โปรแกรมก็ไลฟ์แล้วเดี๋ยวนี้เซตอัปให้แล้วให้มันตกพอดีเด้นางสนีก็ย้านอันนี้อันฟ้าห้องสินะ
เพิ่นบ่มักเสียงดังบ่
บ่อยู่ผู้เดียวบ่เป็นเลยเด้อหั่นน่ะแก้วซันฟ้าห้องนี่ต้องกันซันคนบ่อยู่นำก็ต้องฮ้องต้องเห่าต้องหยังอะนะแบ
อื
บสิให้
ม
ต้องมีคนอยู่นำสั่นบางเทื่อน่ะซันบ่มีคนอยู่นำแล้วสั่นแบบย้านอะนะ
อือฮึ
สบายดีไอ้คริสเป็นจั่งใดเนาะฮอดประเทศไทยแล้วบ่ฮอดประเทศไทยแล้วได้นี่เนาะ Good
ฮอดแล้
morning
วนี่
เด้อ
จัง Good morning นี่ Morning นี่
เออ
มีแต่ประเทศไทยเด้อจังเป็น Morning นี่ How's the weather in Thailand โอเคอยู่บ่
น้องฟ้าหมอลำจักสิย้านแหน่คนอยู่นี่ก็ยังย้านแบบอยู่นำนี่ก็ยังย้านต้องอยู่
อยู่นำ
มา
คนก็
แนบตั
ย้านว่า
วนะ
หั่นนะ
อยู่นำคนก็ยังย้านต้องแบบต้องแนบตัวเลยแก้วต้องแบบ
เ
ซันฟ้า
ออ
ห้องฝนตกที่ต้อง
แบบต้อง
มาแนบตัวเฮา
กอดไว้
แบบอยู่
ตกใจ
ต้องอยู่ซันอยู่ผู้เดียวแล้วมันสั่นงักๆๆๆๆอยู่แหละ
อืม
สงสัยอันน่ะเพราะ
6:18
ว่า
AM อืม
หาการ
แส
go
ดงว่าอ
live
ยู่
ของ
เมืองลาว
ไอ้แก้วเมื่อกี้นี้มัน
อยู่เมือง
ก็เลย
ไทยเนาะเมืองไทยแน่นอน
แก้วไลฟ์แล้วบัดนี้นะน้องลองตัวนี้มันจะมีฟังก์ชันหนึ่งเนาะมันบอกว่า record ตัวที่
อ๋อ
ว่าเราไลฟ์พร้อ
แบบ
มนี่นะ
record เอาไว้
ถ้า
หั่นบ่
ว่าอะฮะแล้วก็ถ้าตัวนี้ฟังก์ชันตัวนี้หั้นถ้าว่าหลังจากเราแล้วไลฟ์หยังแล้วเนาะแล้วถ้าเรามาสิมาแปลงให้มันแจ้งหั้นนะแจ้งก็ได้สิมาแปลงให้มันแบบให้มันรูปวิดีโอเรานี่แจ้ง
อื
ขึ้นกว่าเก่า
ม
แบบเขามีเทคโนโลยีอย่างอันหนึ่งแหละอัน
อือฮึ
มันเป็นใหม่ๆของStreamYard ดอกลองเบิ่งดู คนอันส่วนหลายผู้ชมของไอ้แก้วเนาะสิมาเบิ่งหั้นนะแล้วไอ้แก้วหาก็ไลฟ์เมื่อกี้นี้น้องหลงไปเอาอีกอันหนึ่ง ต้องลงไปเอาตัวรูปตัวหนึ่งหั้นขึ้นอันหาก็เอาลงหาก็เอาแก้วขึ้นหาแก้วอันส่อง
เบิ่ง
ให้แก้วขึ้น
เปิดไฟก่อนคือจังว่ามืด
บ่ได้อยู่เรือนตัวเองมันเป็นจั่งซี้เด้เนาะบ่ได้เซตอัปเรียบร้อยอันนี้ขึ้นมาสบายดีเด้อทั้งสามคนเนาะ3-4คนผู้ใดเข้ามาก็ทักทายกันแหน่เด้อมื้อนี้ก็บ่มีหัวข้ออิหยังดอกตามเคยคือ Lao New Year Talk Part 3 คือแก้วเพิ่นอ่าบ่ได้อยู่พระแขกเนาะเพิ่นก็เลยมีปัญหาเรื่อง
ก็เลย
อ่า
ตะกุกตะกัก
quality ของเรื่องไฟเรื่องไฟเรื่องอันนั้นของเพิ่น Good morning แล้วก็คือสิแม่นเข้ากลับไปนอนต่อเนาะไอ้คริสนี่เนาะควรไม่ได้ใจให้อากาศเย็นขึ้นมากับหม้องเลย เป็นจังได๋เนาะทักทายหน่อยเด้อผู้ใดเข้ามาแล้วอยู่ใน ไลฟ์สตรีมใกล้สิฮอดอีกจักมื้อเริ่มแล้วมื้อนี้น่ะอันที่จริงมันก็เริ่มแล้วแหละแต่ว่าอ่าทางการแท้ก็แม่นวันเสาร์นี้เนาะจะลองเป็นทางการแท้ทุกคนสิออกมาลิ้นในอันหนทอกหนทางนี่แม่นวันที่วันเสาร์สิมานี่แหละนี่อากาศอยู่นครหลวงก็เย็นเย็นดีเนาะเพราะว่าเอ่อมันร้อนมาหลายมื้อแล้วแล้วก็อ่าเมื่อวานนี้ช่วงแล้งก็มีอ่าคล้ายๆมีลมคือสิมีพายุเข้านี่นะแต่เพิ่นก็บ่ตกเนาะเพิ่นก็เงียบไปแต่ว่าคิดไว้แล้วเนาะว่ามันต้องฝนมันต้องมาเพราะว่ามันสิมักเป็นจังซี่แหละอยู่นครหลวงนี่บางเทื่ออ่าฟ้ามืดมาลมแรงๆบางเทื่อก็หยุดไปจังซี่หั้นนะแต่ว่าคันหยุดไปจังซี่หั้นแม่นฝนฝนสิตกมาตามหลังก็คือประมาณช่วงจักโมงเนาะเมื่อคืนฝนตก12โมงบ่หรือว่า1โมงเช้านี่แหละ12โมงเช้านี่แหละฝนตกเมื่อคืนนี้นะจะตกมาแรงเติบเนาะทั้งฟ้าร้องทั้งฟ้าแมบ สบายดีเด้อผู้ใดเข้ามาแล้วก็ทักทายกันแหน่เนาะผู้ใดที่เข้ามาก่อนสิไลฟ์สตรีมคือโรเบิร์ตนี่ก็เพิ่นเข้ามาก่อนไลฟ์สตรีมเพิ่นก็ฝาก say hello ไว้แล้วคือสิแม่นเพิ่นอาจจะบ่สะดวกความบทสนทนาแต่ว่าก็ขอบใจหลายๆ Thank you so much Robert for stopping by even though you can't participate in our live stream right now. Like, yeah. ไปเอากาแฟนำบ่เป็นแนวใดเนาะทางอันเอื้อยน้องเฮาผู้อยู่ต่างประเทศพู้นอันนั้นล่ะบ่อัน
แจ้งแล้ว
เออโอเคได้เนาะไปนั่งถือก่อนเด้อ
บ่เปิดไฟ
หวา
เมื่อกี้นี้บ่ได้เปิดไฟ
นั่นแหละน้องถ้าว่าเฮาบ่ได้ไลฟ์ได้หยังนี่อ่าน้องสิมักแบบไฟเป็นไฟวอร์มอะนะบ่มักแบบแจ้งๆอะนะ
ไฟส
แบบมัน
ลัว
มันแจ้งไฟแบบสลัวๆ
ๆเอื้อยนี่บ่ค่อยมักเปิดไฟสว่างๆเพราะว่ามันแจ้ตาหั้นน่ะมันแจ้งโพดแล้วแบบ
อืม
แจ้งแรงจนเจ็บหัว
แม่น
หั้นนะแจ้
แม่นแหละ
งจนตึ๊บ
ถึง
เข้า
แม้ว่าสิ
สมอง
บ่ได้ถึงบ่ได้ไลฟ์ได้หยังก็ตามเนาะอันมักแต่ว่าคนเรือนคนลาวทั่วไปส่วนหลายสิใช้ไฟแจ้งหั้นนะเนาะแต่ว่าที่จริงแล้วหั้นไฟแจ้งหลายมันก็แสบตาเดะ
แม่นว่าเขามักเปิดไฟแจ้งบ่เรือนคนลาว
โดยแต่แต่ว่าสมัยใหม่เดี๋ยวนี้หั้นเรือนสมัยใหม่เดี๋ยวนี้มันสิมีไฟแบบคือปรับได้หั้นแหละเนาะก็
อือฮึ
มีทั้งเอาสิเปิดไฟวอร์มก็ได้สิเปิดไฟแจ้งๆก็ได้อันแต่ว่าซั้นสมัยเก่าหั้นมันมีแต่แจ้งลูกเดียว ส่วนหลายก็สิเป็นแจ้งตัวแจ้งๆหั้นนะแต่เดี๋ยวนี้มันเอ่อหลายออปชันแล้วเดี๋ยวนี้นะ
ป๊าแซ่บแรงกินข้าวห
very
ลาย
ดี
ๆเมื่อวานนี่กลับมาฮอดเรือนแบ
โอ้
บ
กินนั่น
ปุ้นข้าวเจ้ากินกับแจ่วอีกกินกับเซาซ่ามันคือแจ่วบ้าน
โอ้
เฮานี่
ย
แหละคือแจ่วปลาแดกนี่แหละ
อืม แซ่บเพราะว่ามันมีความเหมือนเข้มข้นเนาะมันมีความเผ็ดความเค็มหน่อยหนึงจังซี่นะพอดีกินกับข้าวเจ้าก็แซ่บหรือว่ากินกับชิปส์ก็แซ่บหรือว่ากินกับหยังก็แซ่บหั้นนะ
มีความ
เนาะ
แบบเป็น Mexican food เลยหั้นนะ
แบบ authentic เนาะ
อือฮึ
authentic เพราะว่า
Very like more
อัน
Mexican
น้อง
food
น้องกิน Mexican food มานี่มีแต่ร้านนี่แหละที่ว่าอยู่ลาวนี่นะมีแต่ร้านนี่แหละที่ว่าแจ่วได้ใจ
แจ่วได้ใจขนาด
เออ โอ้อันน่ะกลับไปโรงแรมยังกินอีกเนาะน้องหั้นบ่ได้น้องหั้นอิ่มมื้อวานนี้กินแต่ว่ากิน frozen yogurt เบิดเลยเด้
อันเอื้อยหั้นกิน
แล้
frozen
วก็
yogurt น้อยหนึ่งแล้วก็โจกินของเพิ่นเบิดแล้วเนาะตื่นเช้ามาแล้วเอื้อยแล้วว่าคันเจ้าอยากกินของข้อยก็ได้ก็กินได้เด้อกินโลดเรียบเกลี้ยงอีกจึงเข้าไปนอน
มากหลายเนาะมากหลายเนาะอันน่ะ
หลาย
น้องก็ว่าน้องสิกินน้องก็ว่าน้องสิกินน้อยหนึงหั่นแหละกินไปกินมาโอ๊ยกินเบิดซะเพราะว่าสิบ่กินข้าว
จอกบัก
บ่
ให
คิด
ญ่
อยากกิน
เนาะ
ข้าวอะ
โอ้
นะมันยังอิ่มอยู่คือ
จอ
สิ
ก
แม่
บั
น
ก
น้อง
ใหญ่
อั่น
ยัง
กิ
กิ
น
นเบิด
burrito น้อง
เออ
กิน
แม่นมัน
burrito
แม่น
แล้ว
เล
มั
ย
น
เนาะ
มี beans มี
อืม
rice อะนะ
มี
มันมีข้าวก็มีถั่ว
yes
เดะมีอันนั้นแล้วก็เลยแน่น แล้วแก้วหั่นผัดบุดกินฮอตดอกซั้นเนาะมันก็บ่อยู่ปานใดเนาะไปกินข้าวใส่กัน
บ่
ไป
มัน
กิ
ต้อน งแซ่บ
ข้าว
ป
กับ
ก
แจ่
ติ
ว
ขนาดฮอตดอกนี่เอื้อยยังบ่กินเบิดอันหนึ่งนะ I never finish one whole hot dog but yesterday
Yeah,
it was
guys.
too good
Yeah, guys,
so good
Gail, she's already tried the one of the Mexican restaurant here in Vientiane, and it's pretty good. It's quite authentic. You know, even if you're from America and you come here and you eat that Mexican food, you're gonna be like, okay, this is, you know, can be, similar to something back home.
back home yes
Because yeah, and he also make two option like like American style and also Mexican style. So you can get the authentic or you can close to the authentic and you can get like Mexican American. And he
like
himself it's American and yeah.
so I think the western style is probably like less spicy maybe right a little spicy
Yeah, so yeah, it's less spicy, but because he also do the authentic, so they do Mexican in Mexico, people do eat spicy most part. I mean, the Mexican food, it's a bit spicy, you know. So yeah, if you guys come here, we not sponsor, but we can tell you that go to the dog house. Just go on Facebook and put the dog's house, and you'll get to see that
the
restaurant and
location
where it is
the
and stuff.
menu
Yeah.
he's probably have menu
Yeah,
also
on Facebook.
on
Yeah, they're pretty active on the Facebook. So but he's close. He's closing on the 13th to 22nd.
oh
So
the whole
yeah.
week
Yep, 10 days he said.
oh my god people gonna be mad people will not be too happy about it like I want more Mexican
Yeah.
food
Because he, most of the time if it's family owned or like only one branch or location, then they would close. If it's like Joma or the Pizza Hut, Starbucks or whatever, right? So usually it's not closed because those are more like corporation, right? It's not family owned. Family owned, they do, yeah, most of the cafe or restaurant here will be closed. But yeah, สบายดีเด้อทุกคน มื้อนี้คือสิแม่นอาจจะไปฉลองปีใหม่อยู่ อยู่พุ่นบ่
เป็นเงียบๆเนาะ
เป็นเงียบ
สงสัยยังเฮ็ดเวียกอยู่นะอยู่ประเทศอเมริกาอยู่ประเทศนอก Still early. Like some people are on the way home. Some people are making dinner.
Yeah. Are you drinking instant coffee or
Yeah, they have
the
coffee here. You know, just
mm,
the instant coffee.
yeah. Yeah, I look at the map for the 23-kilometer farm cafe. I thought at first it was in the 13 road to the north, but actually it's to the south. So I think I'm going to pick you up first, and then we pick Barry up because it's on his.
Oh,
I
on
can
his
we
way.
can
We'll
go
pass.
from
Okay.
we'll pass his home. Yeah. สบายดีโจไอโจ
ไอ้เจ้าสบายดี
เป็นจังไดเนาะขอบใจเด้อที่เข้ามาทักทายบางคนก็อาจจะอยู่เวียกแล้วก็เบิ่งเฮาเอาหั้นนะ
ฟังเอาเนาะลางคนก็บ่สะดวกเบิ่งก็ฟังเอาก็ได้ ถ้าผู้ใดมีคำถามหยังหรือว่ามีอิหยังมาสนทนากันก็ welcome เลย Chris, how are you? How are you feeling? You still jet lag อยู่บ่ยัง
ยากจังน่ะยากจังอันนั้น say good morning แล้วก็กลับเข้าไปนอนนี่นะน้องเบิ่งนี่นะ คือสิเป็นเพิ่นเจ็ตเลกกันนะเนาะคือสิแม่นยังอาจจะปรับเวลาบ่ทันได้บ่หรือว่าแนวใด
Oh, party too hard last night, stay out. Oh my god.
หากะ arrive yesterday ก็ไปปาร์ตีแล้วล่ะ
Yeah,
เออ
don't
ก็
waste
สิ
any
เนาะก็สิ
time.
เจ็ตเลกเท่าใดแบบนั้นน่ะ คริสน้องหันขึ้นยนต์ตอนจักโมงวะตอน3 โมงเช้า 3-4 โมงเช้าของเฮานี่แหละ arrive
Talk about
midnight
traveling.
many
I think the biggest part of the traveling is when you're on the road, right? Like the plane, being on the plane for long hours is kind of tough.
Yeah, that's why, if I do travel again in the future, I plan to do a bit longer trip. Then I mean, I learned from my experience. Chris and I used to travel to Europe, and then we take like 2 days here in this country, and then go to another country and take another. Depends on what country we're interested. But then we learned that, yeah, you need to have like a rest day,
Break it off.
and yeah, like Joe and you said, like if you go and you explore the city the whole day and you want the next day to rest, and then you can continue that. Yeah, you probably need at least 4 days in the country to be able to enjoy and also recover at the same time.
Yeah,
If you do like
otherwise,
1 or 2 days, no. Yeah.
like if you on the rush and on the go all the time, then you don't enjoy it. You feel tired. You feel like this is supposed to be vacation.
Yeah, you feel like you're on the tour because on the package tour, because there's many Lao people here that they don't speak English, but they do have like a tour package, right? That people would take to Europe, and the package would include like 5 countries in 10 days. Like 5 countries in 10 days, basically you have to run. And according to all of them, there's like, yeah, we have to run. We don't have time to rest because you go with the big group tour, right? So you get on a plane, you go to your hotel, you eat, like they have program for you, set up program for you in each hours. So you have to run with them. Otherwise, you would not be able to go anywhere, like, because you have to go with the tour. And they say like, yeah, some people they're like, oh no, yeah, that's going to be the last time that I go with the tour group because it's so tired.
So is that
Yeah.
close
So I
to
cruise.
Paragon shopping mall? Millennium,
Yeah, usually
Hilton, Bangkok.
these
I
these
think it's
hotel, yeah, these hotel, it's they find a good location. Hilton, it's a bit class
Chao
hotel.
Phraya River. You have to do the ferry. You have to do the ต้องนั่งเรือเนาะ I didn't get a chance to do it last time because my my plan was just to go to that shopping mall.
Yeah,
Icon,
Icon
Siam
Siam.
Icon
That's
Siam.
where that's where he's staying. That's where he's staying, right? Like close to Icon Siam.
Is that where I stayed before? I think that's where I stayed before. Like you just walk to
Probably
the mall.
somebody
Yeah, I think.
something millennium, I remember. So it's
Yeah,
maybe
Millennium
millennium
Hilton. Yeah, that's
something.
where I stayed before. Oh my God, it's such nice hotel. We stay at their VIP or the suite. We get the view and you just walk across the street to the mall. Oh, breakfast. Do not miss breakfast. Please do not miss breakfast. Their breakfast is can't complain. And don't forget to go through the juice station. They got all kinds of like fruit juice, and it's all like flash squeeze, carrot, celery, like all like healthy juice. That's one thing that I didn't take advantage of because I didn't walk into it until like our last day. Because I stuck at the food section. It's so many selection that's like you don't have enough time and you don't have big enough stomach to eat everything.
Yeah, I mean usually สบายดีเด้อ thank yeah, usually when you stay in a big or class hotel like that, like you have more option and breakfast. Like I think like you and Joe love to stay in a hotel, so you experience that a lot. I mean I most of the time I would stay in Airbnb, but I do stay in a hotel sometime. And yeah, if it's you can assume that if you stay in a smaller hotel, less option. Stay in a bigger hotel, a bit more expensive hotel, then you get more options. Yeah, which is good. I mean, you need, yeah, you're gonna stay in a hotel, then go with something that you can have variety, right? Because you pay for it.
I'm not sure why he doesn't like to do Airbnb. Maybe because he doesn't want to feel like home. It's like, okay, we're away from home. We don't want to feel like we stay at home.
See, like I love that about Airbnb because when you go in, you see how they're decorating the Airbnb, like the different country, different style. It's kind of like feel like home. Like that's how I want when I travel. I also want to feel a bit home too. But if you travel with me, you will stay with Airbnb a lot.
Yeah, I like the feeling of like having a kitchen, having a like full size fridge like at home. I like that.
Yeah.
And like the
Yeah.
little kitchen that we have here, I think is perfect. And Joe wasn't sure about it at first. He's like, I'm not sure about this suite that have microwave and kitchen area. It's like, that's good. That's
Yeah.
perfect. 'Cause I like having that because it's convenient, right? You can keep your leftover. Can
Yeah.
keep a lot of drinks and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
I don't like to
Yeah.
have, when you are hungry, you have to have delivery. Like every time you're
Mhm.
hungry, you have to
Yeah.
rely on someone to drop off the food. But I think he enjoy that feeling. He enjoy,
Mm.
clicking on the phone and then have someone bring him food, have someone bring him drink.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you here in Southeast Asia, I think like yeah, that's good. But also, like you can also do room service, right? Because if you stay in a hotel, you make sure like you have room service if you can't call, or if it's at midnight, no delivery, so you still can call the room service. But um, you know, if you go to Europe though, if you go to Europe, you have to make sure the delivery service is quite limited. Like they're not as widely as here in Laos, and also they close early. I still remember when we went to Europe. I went to Europe with my friend last time. We went to Lisbon. We stayed in the Airbnb, and yeah, we try to order the food. Like, in the morning you try to order the food, but then it's like, okay, what time they open? Like they open later of the day, in the day. So you have to make sure like the country that you go is also, like they don't, most of the time they don't go with the hours, and most of the time in Europe they don't have restaurant open all day like in America. They, for example, in France, they open the restaurant around 11 or 12. And then you go in, you eat, they close at like 2 or 3, and then they reopen again at like 5 or 6. They have a big break for their staff. They prioritize that rest hour for the people more than in America. America is like, when once you open at whatever, like 10, 9 or whatever, then you like run the restaurant throughout the day, right? So yeah, but
But you
another
know what?
thing
It could be
is,
because I'm like, I watch a lot of show about hidden
Mhm.
cameras and stuff. I think I'd be feeling a little bit creepy about that. Like, I don't, I would probably think, is there a hidden camera? Because it's like Airbnb, they set up their own things and they can
Well,
have a hidden camera in little corner that we wouldn't know about.
well, I mean, yeah, you also need to make sure when you go with Airbnb, because I stay in Airbnb like a lot, like a lot. Like if I go to my account and I see like from 2016 to like up to date, I stay Airbnb a lot. But you want to make sure like you go with the Airbnb that have a 5-star review, right? And also like there's a lot of reviews. There's a positive reviews. People would come back and stay there, and people would like they recommend it. You would know if that Airbnb it's bad or it's good. You know right away from the comments from the people, right? And it's kind of like a hotel too. People would stay, and then if they come back, they would stay at the place again, right? They come back to that countries or that city, they will come back to the place because they like it.
Is
Um,
there any way that we can have something to detect for hidden camera? Like to
well,
bring
I
something
mean,
to scan, like some kind of scan to see if there is any electric device like camera around.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they do have that kind of technology, but let's not worry about too much about I mean, yeah, if you're gonna stay in Airbnb, you go with something, oh, you see like the beautiful room, the pictures of the room and everything, but you don't really take a look on like how new that host to the business. You don't want to go with something new because people haven't stayed there and then people, like don't have opinion over it. Then yeah, you kind of suspicious, right? Like, okay, am I safe? But you want to go with something like in business for a long time, and that's how I go with my Airbnb. I never have issue. Like I always get the Airbnb that satisfy my expectation or even above my expectation. Is there a
Is
Joe in
there a Joe
Bangkok?
in Bangkok? No, Joe is in Vientiane right now.
I don't know. This Joe, this our one of our audience here might be. I don't know. Are you in Bangkok, Joe?
I
ไอ้
think
โจนี่น่าสบายดีอยู่นะนี่
Joe, he's from Connecticut. Where's he from again? Joe, where are you from again? Excuse our memories. I got short memories. Getting old,
we
forget
got
things.
we got we got fish memory. Goldfish memory, they say. Goldfish. Short memory.
Short memories. We forget
Uh,
things.
yeah, it's a goldfish. We got the goldfish brain.
Chris,
ส
I
บายดี
think you
ไอ้
need
แจ้งเลยก็สบายดี Uh, I can't. เป็นต้อง
Chris,
อยู่นำกัน
you need to get ready to go get breakfast. Don't miss breakfast. If you miss breakfast, there's no point staying at Millennium Hilton.
Yeah. โจ้ผู้นี้เป็น from ท่าแขกติคือว่าสุดแล้วนี่เพิ่นก็เข้าร่วมเนาะเพิ่นว่าเพิ่นอยู่ลาวนี่เพิ่นอยู่แม่นบ่อยู่แขวงคำม่วนเนาะถ้าสิบ่ผิด
There's a Joe in Thai Kek.
Yeah, last time he joined our live stream and I think like you were asking too and he said that he was come on
Yeah,
or on a
I
cake
thought
like
he's
between
like
these two.
from Connecticut or something.
Goldfish memory, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Excuse us.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I just love Airbnb because I love, I just love the inspiration. I love decorating, right? And when you stay in Airbnb in this different country, you see how they decorate their house, how they, yeah. Yeah, and then if you come with me, that's how it's gonna be. And I love, to go out and get the street food instead of like, eating in the hotel all the time, right? Like you want to go to that country and try that food.
Yeah,
Try
I'm like
whatever,
I'm the opposite from Joe's. Like I don't even want people to come do my bed. Like I don't like people come in every morning to like make my bed. I do my own bed.
Yeah.
It feels like
Oh,
that's my privacy. I don't know. I'm weird.
oh.
I'm too private.
Yeah,
Virginia.
so he probably say like he's Lao, but he's from Virginia. Okay, my
Mhm.
bad.
I
Ah,
have
yeah.
thought about
See?
breakfast. I have thought about breakfast at the Millennium, but I've been enjoying the street food around here. Oh, because you went to that food. What do they call that? The food place downstairs at Icon Siam. But do not miss the food, the breakfast. Trust me. try it one time. If you don't like it, then you can argue with me about it, but I absolutely love it. Especially juice
Yeah.
stand. And they have,
Yeah.
where they have their breakfast. The view is, I don't know, the view is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what you I mean stay in Airbnb, you sometimes you get the good view if you go with, like if those city have like um if you're like spending a lot of money, like um I usually go with like a bit. I don't like to stay cheap. I'm very picky with where my Airbnb. I also, like I want to feel like home, and also uh I think like the other benefit is that they always come with the dryer and washer. Like I don't have to worry about like going to find places to do my laundry, because if I'm on the road for a while, I need a place to do my laundry. We used to we went to, I think like I told you before that we went to Lucerne, Switzerland, and we stayed in a hotel and in that city. And yeah, they don't have washer and dryer, and then we have to go out, and like we spend almost like $100 just for doing laundry for a few days. So yeah, if you like on the road for your whole month, you need somewhere that you can do your own laundry. It's gonna save you a lot. And that's one thing that I like about Airbnb too. They come with most of the time washer and dryer. Yeah.
I think if it's like up to
Oh,
me, I would spend half of what we spend on hotel every time we travel. Like I don't mind staying at like a standard, but
yeah. I
you gotta
mean,
be comfortable.
yeah, yeah. I mean, because you have to uh, think about the other person, because you're like you're go with Joe, like my my significant partner, like I most of the time I'm like, okay, let's pick, and then he picked this. I was like, because it's cheaper. I was like,
No.
I don't like the floor. And this day he's like, it doesn't matter, because whatever I pick, you're gonna pick to your
So
stay anyway.
so he'll be like, you do it. You look for it. You
Yeah,
pick. Yeah, that's what I do too. I let it up to him. I don't do anything.
yeah,
Because at the end, it'll be like,
yep.
his decision, not mine. Because I am such an easy person that I don't mind where we stay as long as it's like clean. As long as
Mhm.
it's clean, like I don't even mind the space. It doesn't have to have big space, but he have to have
Yeah.
big space. He need his
Uh,
privacy. Gotta have separate bedroom, separate restroom, and all kinds of little things.
yeah, see, like the difference between that, like I like the small space. I don't like the bigger space too much. I like cozy, like as long as it has like, okay, what it does and clean, and like the style, the floor, then small space for me it's fine. But Joe, he like he want the space, he want like the separate room. I understand, people have um like people
Yeah, it's
like
like
different things.
being
So
being married to him for like 7, 8 years now. He's still not used to
Mhm.
me because I'm so used to because I'm a single mom. I have 2 boys. I raised 2 boys on my own. So when I go and use the restroom, I don't close the door because I have to make sure that I keep eyes on them. Like I want to hear what's going on at all times. So when I take shower, my door's open. When I use the restroom, like I don't close my door, right? And he's not used to it. And then he
No.
would always like come close the door for me. And I don't close the door when I go use the restroom. I don't close the door because I'm so used to leave it open.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you, I mean, again, you know, Joe, he's very details guy. But I wouldn't close the door either if I'm with my significant other. But I mean, if I'm with friends, right? Like then, yeah, you probably if you with close friend, you're probably like fine, you know. But depends on who you with, right? I mean, especially on the road, you want somebody that you really comfortable, you know, like I'm experienced with. Okay, I can tell you the story about traveling to um with the friends that you know I met. Like we know each other for a long time, and then we just met for this trip, and you know, like you talk to each other on the phone and stuff, and you're like, okay, you know, you feel like you know that person, right? But then like when you meet a person, it's kind of a bit different than what you expected. And โดยสบายดีเด้อสู้สบายดี my
Bye.
Thai um I enjoyed Songkran concert at Central World yesterday. Yeah, there's a many concerts going on in Thailand. Bruno Mars just had the concert few weeks ago in
Bruno
Bangkok.
Mars. Oh my
Yep.
God. He's my favorite. I love his
Yeah, yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. He's a very good singer, right? Artist.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um Yeah, but anyway, continue to my experience meeting up with someone that you like. I know this person for many years, you know, and she's from another culture, and yeah, we've been friends. We talk, we video call, and we do voice call. But you know, like talking on the phone is different thing when you together when you meet in person. And on my last trip, when we flew from Istanbul to Bali, Indonesia, where we flew together, and you know, like before, when we in the Istanbul airport, um, I knew that you know when we you check in your luggage is not gonna transfer directly because we have to change our flight in I think Jakarta, you know, the capital city of Indonesia. You have to change a plane there, and basically you have to make sure that when you land it, you go and pick up your luggage and come back to the immigration and check in with immigration again. But you know, this friend we were at the Istanbul airport, and she's like, "Oh, you know, don't worry. I already asked the airlines, and they say like they're gonna transfer the the luggage for us." And I was like, I'm not quite sure because you know, I I heard that they say you have to collect your luggage when you land it in Jakarta, and she's like, "No, no, no, you don't have to do that." I was like, "Okay, fine." Yeah, but then we landed in Jakarta, and yes, we did like what she said. You know, we just went through the immigration, and we didn't pick up our luggage, of course, because you know, according to her, like we didn't have to. And then we, you know, on the way to check in for our next flight to Bali. Um, yeah, but then when when we went to the check-in counter, the airline saying like, "Oh, where's your luggage?" And we was like, "Well, I thought they're gonna transfer." And they're like, "No, no, no, you have to go and pick up at the luggage, and then you have to, bring it here and check in with us again." And we were like so confused, but then like, yeah, long story short, we missed our flight. We missed our flight because it's only like I think like there's times 3 hours for layover, but because of the section where we have to went and pick up our luggage, it's just like complicated, right? Um, and yeah, we missed our flight. We have to buy another ticket again, and yeah, it um and we kind of have like this with this friend that I was telling you, the friend that I know for over 10 years, but we been only talking through online, like, video call, voice call and stuff. But yeah, this is our first time meet in person in this situation, right? Like you kind of could, it was frustrated for everybody, but then you could tell right away because everybody frustrated, your real personality would come out, and you can tell that right away, how they are when they are in the stress situation. And yeah, I mean, that's a lesson learned for me. I think like for the next time, if I ever travel and meet somebody, and I'm gonna stay in the same hotel, or like we plan to stay in one place or stay together, then I probably not do that if I don't really hang out with that person in person before. um yeah, but anyway, sorry for the boring story. It just want to share an experience that sometime when you knew the person from online and don't haven't or never hang out with that person physically, then it for me, like I think that um it should, I don't feel like comfortable in that situation anymore. So next time, no more online friends, and gonna stay in the same rooms, same hotel. Um, but yeah, สบายดีเซาเก๋สบายดีสบายดีมาจากไสน้อขอโทษเด้อที่อารมณ์เรื่องอันน่ะ boring ให้ฟังเนาะเป็นประสบการณ์อันหนึ่งที่ว่าเคยเกิดขึ้นอยากแชร์นำไอ้แก้วซื่อๆดอก Mhm. Can't hear you, Raquel. You mute. You mute or something. I can't hear you.
phone instead.
Okay, okay, okay. Now I can. Hmm.
I switched to my AirPod, but I think
Yeah. Now it's working.
AirPod is not it's not acting the way I want it to. แม่นบ่เซา
It's just
เขาอยู่ประเทศฝรั่งเลย
oh
เนาะ
Sake.
อืม
Sake บ่
อือฮึ
Oh, เพิ่นอยู่ประเทศฝรั่งบ่ What
คิด
part
ว่า
of ฝรั่ง
ค่อย
you
Germany I'm not sure forgot
ฮะ ประเทศเยอรมนีอา
ถามเราดิเราอยู่ไสลืมนะ
อยู่ไสเนาะเซาเกมาจากไสเนาะมาจาก
บ่
ไส
มาลาว
ของยุโร
อีกบ่
ปถามว่า
She was in Laos I think last year
Yeah, I told her a good story. Thank you. เนี่ยมีแต่ว่าอั่นเฮาอยากแชร์ที่ว่าแบบบางเทื่อคนที่ว่าเฮาล้มกันทางออนไลน์หั้นนะแบบเฮาบางเทื่อแม่นอยู่เฮาวิดีโอคอลมีหยังเนาะแต่เฮาบ่เคยเจอบ่เคย hang out นำกันจักเทื่อหั้นนะล่ะวาดเวลาอั่นเป็นจังซั่นมาหั้นน่ะแก้วแบบมัน frustrated เดะเนาะแบบ stress เพราะว่าเฮาแล่นอั่นเฮาบอกแล้วเฮาหั้นน่ะบอกแล้วว่าเจ้าต้องเฮาต้องไป pick up กระเป๋า
อือฮึ
เนาะ
อือฮึ
เวลาแล่นหั่นน่ะแล้วเพิ่นก็ว่า
อือฮึ
บ่ๆๆๆข้อยเดินทางตลอดข้อยเดินทางตลอดอยู่ข้อยรู้แล้วข้อยก็ถามแล้วเพิ่นว่าถามแอร์ไลน์แล้วนะน้องหั้นถามแล้วก็เจ้าบอกว่าก็เจ้าต้อง pick up เพราะว่าเจ้าไปแล่นซั่นเจ้าไปแล่นอยู่เมืองใดก่อนของประเทศนั้นน่ะนะเจ้าต้องไป pick up กระเป๋าแล้วจังไป recheck in เพราะว่าสิไปเขาเจ้าสิ transfer เขาเจ้าบ่สามารถ transfer ไปนำสายการบินที่ว่าเจ้าconnect flight นำได้หั้นน่ะแล้วเพิ่นก็ว่าบ่ๆๆๆเพิ่นว่าบัดไปฮอดแล้วผัดก็พากันไปแล้วเนาะแนวอันเพิ่นว่าบ่เดะเนาะเฮาก็พากันแบบบ่ pick up กระเป๋าเลยว่าออกไปแล้วไปเช็กอินนำสายการบินที่ว่าเฮาสิไปบาหลีหั่นเขาเจ้าเพิ่นว่าโอ๊ยเจ้าต้องไปเอากระเป๋าเด้เขาเจ้าบ่ transfer ได้บัดนี้จังหวือหวาเป็นพากันแล่นเพราะว่ามันมีเวลาแต่3ชั่วโมงเนาะ บัดนี้มันบ่แม่นสายการบินที่ว่าเฮาลึ่งเคยหั้นน่ะเนาะสายการบินนั้นก็ สิใหญ่คือสายการบินไทยบ่ก็บ่ใหญ่เท่าเนาะแต่ว่าเนาะมันหลาย section อะนะเจ้าต้องไปบ่อนหั้นบ่อนนี้ก่อนสิไปฮอดบ่อนกระเป๋าหั้นนะแล้วก็เพิ่นก็ frustrated แหล้วบัดนี้นะแล้วเพิ่นก็แบบ real personality น่ะออกมาเลยเนาะเฮาเห็นทุกอย่างเลยเวลาคน stress เวลาคนใจร้ายนี่นะเวลาคนแบบอยู่ในสถานการณ์แบบนั้นเฮานี่เงียบๆเฮาน้องเป็นคนที่ว่าถึงแม้ว่าสิอยู่สถานการณ์แบบใดก็อย่าเฮาสิบ่ตื่นหั้นน่ะเพราะว่าเฮาตื่นหั้นสิเฮ็ดให้เฮา
แม่นแล้ว
แก้ไขปัญหาบ่ได้หั้นนะ
อือฮึ
น้องก็
Yeah
ว่า
I'm
บ่
the
บ่
same
บ่
I'm
ต้อง
the
ตื่
same
น
way อือฮึ
บ่ต้องตื่นดอกแบบว่าฉันสิมิสไฟต์ก็มิสเพราะว่ามันเกิดขึ้นแล้วเดะหั้นนะเจ้าสิตื่นเจ้าสิแบบไปเฮ่งฮ้อนอิหยังอะนะแต่เราผัดคือสิแม่นเราเป็นคนที่ว่าแบบเป็นสตรสง่ายหั้นน่ะเนาะเราก็แบบว่าอันน่ะใจร้ายแล้วก็แบบเฮ็ดให้แบบมาจี้ใส่หูเรานี่แหละเฮ้ยเจ้าอันนั้นนี่แบบ
Yeah, a lot
โอ้
of people
เพราะ
don't know
ว่า
how to deal with stress and they get panic and it make the
อะฮะ
situation worse. Like if you are calm, then
ค่ะ
you know how to deal with the problem.
อะฮะแล้วก็เพิ่นก็ว่าอีกเดะเป็นหยังเจ้าคือมาเงียบแท้ เป็นหยังเจ้าคือบ่อันบ่ตอบโต้บ่หยังแบบเวลาเพิ่นเว้าแล้ว
อือฮึ
เราก็ปล่อยให้เพิ่นเว้าหั้นนะเพราะว่าตอบโต้หยังไปแล้วแบบเราบ่ตอบโต้แล้วผัดว่าอ้าวคือเงียบแท้หั้นน่ะคือแบบว่าบ่หาวิธีอ้าว
บ่กระ
การหา
ตือรือ
วิธีบ่
ร้นเนาะเพิ่น
แม่นว่าสิ
เพิ่นก็แบบว่า
เออ
ใจร้ายว่า how come you don't do anything you just gonna sit
เออ
there
คือ
you're not gonna say
เออ
anything
คือแบบ
like
คือแบบ
what
ว่า
are you gonna
คือบ่กระ
say
ตือรือ
see
ร้นหั้นนะ
อื
แต่ว่า
ม
แต่ว่าเฮานี่เฮาไปล่มกับเฮาก็ไปล่มกับสายการบินที่ว่าเฮาสิต่อไปแล้วเฮาสิเฮ็ดแนวใดได้แหน่หั้นนะแต่
อือฮึ
เฮาบ่จำเป็นต้องแสดงออกว่าเฮาบ่จำเป็นต้องแบบกระวนกระวายหั้นนะการกระวนกระวายเฮ็ดให้เฮาแก้ไขปัญหาหยังบ่ได้ดอกแล้วเพิ่นก็อยากแบบเครียดให้เฮาอะนะเนาะเพิ่นก็อยากเครียดให้เฮาว่าเฮาแบบบ่กระตือรือร้นนำเพิ่นอะนะ เพราะว่าค่อยอันนี้เนาะหมายความว่า first time ค่อยได้มาพบเจ้าเป็นตัวโตๆหั่นน่ะ
อือฮึ
แต่ขอให้เจ้ารู้ว่าอันนี้มัน how I deal with the stress
อือฮึ
situation with the panic
อื
situation
อฮึ
not necessary for me to like yell or like go
อื
out
อฮึ
and like uh, being like so bad or anything like
อือฮึ
that. I'm quite a calm person. I deal with the situation with in my head. I plan like what to
อือ
do
ฮึ
and what to take the next step, right? And I told her like, okay, like you don't need to be panicked if we're not gonna catch our flight now, we can just rebook it again and
อือฮึ
it's already it's already happened. What can you do? You can't do anything. It's only gonna stress you out.
Yeah, like being panic and scream and yelled about it, complain, it's not gonna change
Yeah,
what already happened.
yeah. And the fact like I should be the one who get mad at her because she was the one who like, oh yeah, like don't
No,
have
you
to
don't need
you
to.
don't have to pick up you don't need to collect the luggage. I was like,
You
well,
need to pick up your.
I
Mm,
I should be the one who like stress and yell at her and get mad, but instead
mhm,
she's mad at me because I told her that and I did say like I told you that we need to pick up at this airport to pick
mhm.
up our luggage and recheck in again, and she just like like go on her way, and I was like okay, and I know right away what kind of person she is because of the when people would show their real personality when it comes to like panic, stress situation, you know, like you see them in like how they really are. Um yeah.
Oh, you have bad experience, huh? That's is that why
Yeah, what yeah.
when you came visit me in Thailand, you booked your trip really short?
No, I mean not necessarily. I mean yeah, I just I'm just be more precaution now.
Yeah.
That experience with because I know her for over 10 years, and we do talk on the phone and video call
Oh my
sometimes,
god.
before the trip. But then like I never because when you talk on the phone, there's no panic situation, right? There's
Mhm,
nothing that
mhm,
you always talk, have a good talk with that person.
mhm.
But this situation is like is real. It like really show how it will reveal the real you. And but then later on she's like, oh, I apologize that I you know take out on you and like be panic and stress. But like yeah, okay, but I know how you are now, and I'm gonna be really cautious if I travel with you again in the future, but maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah.
สบายดีแม่หญิง
Yeah,
ส
it's
บายดี
too
เอื้อย Terry
สบายดีเด้อ Terry
อากาศเป็นแนวใด
ค่ะ
อยู่ลาว โอ้ร้อนแรงๆหั้นประมาณ3-4มื้อเนาะกิ่ง
อื
แต่ว่า
ม
เมื่อคืนนี้ฝนตก แต่บ่ฮู้
ฝน
เมื่อ
ต
เพราะว่า
กฟ้าร้อง
นอนแจ๊บแรงบ่ฮู้เมื่อว่าฝนตกได้ยินเสียงอยู่คิดว่าโอ๊ยยังฟ้าร้องอยู่เนาะแต่บ่แน่ใจว่าฝนตกหรือบ่แต่กิ่งว่าฝนตกและตอนนี้ก็สงสัยฝนตกอยู่มื้อนี้หั้นคือสิมื้อนี้อากาศดีเนาะมื้อนี้คือสิโอเค
อะฮะ
แหละ
เนี่ยมื้อนี้คือสิโอเคก่อนมื้อวานนี้ก่อน2-3อาทิตย์เนี่ยเนาะมันบ่ได้ฝนตกหลายโดนเติบแล้วเดะก็ห
อื
มายความว่าโอเค
ม
ก่อน
อาทิตย์ อาทิตย์
last
แล้ว
like
นี่อะฮะ
for sure
last week was kinda with
เอ
kinda
อ
hot but อยู่ทะแขกก็ถึงอากาศสิร้อนก็โอเคอยู่ได้เพราะว่ามันร่มหั้นนะมันอ้าว
อื
อยู่แต่
ม
ว่ามันแดดมันบ่แรงหั้นนะมันสิมีช่วงแบบแดดแรงๆแล้วมันก็ร่มแล้วก็แดดอีกจังซี้หั้นนะโอเคมันอ้าวอยู่แต่มันก็แดดบ่จ้าก็ถือว่าโอเค
yeah yeah so for that good idea to change information many countries it's different if I was traveling แล้วโดยถ้าว่าเฮาเดินทางตลอดคือน้องหั้นน้องก็ไปเนาะเกือบ20ประเทศแล้วหั้นน่ะแล้วเฮาอาจจะหมายแต่ว่าเราก็เดินทางได้เพราะว่าเราเคยเป็น diplomatic เราเคยเป็นเป็นการทูตอยู่ประเทศเราหั่นน่ะเราก็ว่าเราเดินทางตลอดอะแต่ว่าน้องก็บ่เข้าใจว่าการเดินทางของเราอะมันเป็นหยังมันจังแบบเราจังอั่นน่ะเอ่อเราแต่ย้อนเราอาจจะฟังผิดหั้นนะเนาะ แต่ว่าแม่นแหละซั้นเฮาเดินทางตลอดแล้วเฮาสิmake sure ว่าเฮาต้องได้ถามได้หยังเนาะเกี่ยวกับการ change flight หยังต่างๆอะนะ แต่ปกติสนามบินก็เจ้าก็เวลาเขาเช็กอินนำแอร์ไลน์สินะคันเขาสิต้องได้เปลี่ยนยนต์แล้วเขาต้องได้เอากระเป๋าไปเช็กอินอีกนี่นะแม่นมันสายการบินหั้นเขาจะบอกเราอยู่แล้วเขาจะเตือนเราอยู่แล้วหั่นนะนอกจากว่าเจ้าอาจจะฟังผิดบ่หรือหยังคือเพิ่นนี่คืออ่านางนี่เพิ่นอาจจะฟังผิดเนาะ I told her why not stress her out for more by making her pay for the next flight อันนั้นแฮงผู้ดีเลยเราเฮ็ดสิ stress อันนี้หั้นแม่นน้องน่ะน้องเป็นน้องว่าโอเคบ่ต้องกันนั้นดอกแล้วน้องก็ book next flight โลดเนาะหลังจากเฮาฮู้แล้วเฮาเป็นลมกับแอร์ไลน์ไปก็เจ้าสิเฮ็ดแนวใดได้แหน่แบบเจ้าช่วยแนวใดพวกข้อยได้แหน่หั้นนะเกี่ยวกับอันนี้พวกเจ้าสามารถ collect our luggage and transfer it to us later on บ่แล้วเขาก็ว่าบ่ได้เนาะเพราะว่ามันแบบมันเป็นสายการบินน้อยหั้นนะเขาบ่ได้มีบริการตรงนั้นแล้วน้องก็เลยโอเคบ่เป็นหยังซั้นเฮาก็ซื้อเฮาก็ตัดสินใจซื้ออันปีใหม่เลยหั้นน่ะเนาะมันก็บ่ได้สใครแต่ว่ามันอยู่ประเทศเดียวกันเนาะเพราะว่าเฮาแล่นหั้นเป็นจาการ์ตาเป็น capital city of Indonesia and then we going to Bali is another touristy city in Indonesia and so มันบ่แพงหลายหั้นน่ะไอ้แก้วมันก็โอเคหั้นนะซั้นมันแพงหลายเฮาก็สิ stress out อยู่ได้ซั้นคือแบบอิสตันบูลหาอินโดนีเซียนี่โอเคเนาะแพงแท้นั่นน่ะไฟลต์อันนั้นน่ะอันนั้นหั้นสิ stress หลายอยู่
When I was traveling from North Carolina to I think to LA, I missed my connection and I stuck in the airport for I think 10 hours. But there's no reason to be panic or scared or anything because I know it's safe. Although I'm like by myself, but I wasn't I wasn't worried because I know it's safe at the airport. There's always food, right? มันมีอาหารให้
Yeah.
กิน and security. So why freaked out? No reason to freak out.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I guess it's just somebody personality, like
Yeah.
when they in a panic situation, they just
They just
don't know
freaked
what
out.
to do, and and then they just like put out on the person that accompany you, which I don't think it's a good idea, like everybody stressed. Like if you take out on the on your friends, and they're gonna stress too. Like make it, make it. It's already happened. Just address the situation at the spot. And I mean, yes, unless you don't have money, which you shouldn't do the international traveling. You don't have money, the money that you can use for the emergency when
Yeah.
this
If you
kind
don't
of
have the
thing
backup to
happens,
stay
right?
home.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to travel, right? Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's a good lesson, and I don't see as a negative. I think like I take it as like a lesson, and I learned from that a lot. And for me, in the future, if somebody that I haven't, spend time physically and see that person, how that person is, like I probably not gonna agree to be in the same flight, be in the same hotel. I mean, same hotel but different room, right? But then I stuck with staying with her in the same room.
Oh my God.
we there's four of us, but um three of us in Indonesia, but we had another person when we went to uh, uh, Paris and Portuguese and it's Turkey. But yeah, I was the one who's staying with the same room as her, and there's believe it or not, we had another experience in Bali. I can share if it's not gonna bore you out, but I mean, if it's yeah, if you think like I shouldn't, then I'm not gonna I'm not
Well,
gonna
no,
share.
share it so we can learn from it. I mean, this kind of situation we can learn from. It's like what happened to you, maybe so that we can be aware, not let it happen to us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when we were in Bali, right? So we enjoyed it most of the time. Like we forgot about what happened, of course, like, and she got sick. She got sick in the middle of the night, and she was like, I knew it was gonna be dramatic, right? Because like I
You already know that
seen
she's dramatic.
already seen how she was at the airport, right? So I knew how it's gonna be. And when she got sick, she was just like, oh my gosh, like she was crying, and she was like, oh, I miss my home. I'm not sure if I made the right decision to travel here. And there was something going on in her life at that time too. Like that's why she's want to be away for vacation.
Oh.
Um, so yeah, I already I I'm the person, like, when I travel, I need to have travel insurance, because I experienced that myself in when I went to Canada and I got sick for like almost 7 days, and I was inpatient for 2 days, and then outpatient before I left the country. And if I didn't have insurance, I was gonna end up paying like close to 15,000 US dollars just for two inpatient, like ERs, um, admitted in the hospital for 2 days, and then I was outpatient. That was a lot of money, right? For 7 days, got treatment in the hospital. Like, yeah, if you're foreigner and you travel to especially Western country like that, it's very expensive if you don't have insurance. So yeah, I need to make sure, like when traveling to Bali with her, I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy the insurance because it's so cheap. It's like, it depends on how many days you're going to travel. We spend like $30 for like the whole trip, I think, for from the whole, I think, 4 weeks. We've been on this trip for like the whole 4 weeks. Yeah, but it's so cheap. But then, like, again, back to her, she got sick and she was crying and stuff. I was like, okay, let me asking our insurance, because they're 24/7 service, right? So I asked them, like, so what can I do? Can I go to any uh ER or any hospital medical center here, or do you have any recommendation? And they're very good. Those travel insurance company, they would get back to you right away. They're like, okay, you can go any medical center, just make sure that you collect your bills, what you pay in advance, and make sure like you keep that, because you can have to claim it later on, right? So yeah, so I was like, okay, then I took her to the hospital, and to the medical center, and yeah, luckily that it helped. I think like she got food poison or something like that. But it's still dramatic. The whole period of taking from her to the medical center, she's like, she was crying, and she's like, oh, like, and I was kind of like a bit distant. Like I don't know. Sometimes like when you don't know that person that well, you kind of react in different way, and I guess she's more like affectionate person, right? She's like
Mm.
you want to hold her hand and like
Mhm.
like comfort her and things
Mhm.
like that. And then and she's like, why you look so distant from me? I was like, I don't know. This is something new. Like we just met in person, and then I don't know what to do, but I do care about you. I I'm taking you to the hospital, and please know that, I'm here for you, because sometimes people got sick and they feel like they're alone, right? Especially they're not in the country, I guess. And yeah, she's kind of like, she's like, why you so distant? Like, like, why you not, um, making me feel like you're with me and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was thinking to myself like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, we went to the clinic and she got better. And yeah, and when we come back to the hotels and stuff, we have another friends, right? Staying with us, coming with this trip with us. And then in the morning, she still like recover, right? And the other friend asked me like, well, you want to go grab breakfast? Um, and I was like, yeah, I want to go. And I didn't tell her because she still recover, right? Like, and I thought like she wanted to rest. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And she heard me talking to another friend, and she's like, so you're not gonna ask me if I want to go? I was like, yes, I would, but you recovering. I thought you want more rest, and I was gonna ask you like, what do you want from the restaurant? I can bring it back to you, right? But she's just like, like she feel like I want to get away from her, which maybe because like I was like the whole night, I pay attention to her, I make sure like she's okay, maybe I want like a little space because I'm quite introvert too. Like I want my space. If I lost the energy and stuff, I want like to recover by staying by my own. And yeah, but it's yeah, it was, yeah, that's an experience just taught me a lot about like traveling with someone that not you don't know the real personality, and it just, yeah, it's not gonna be fun when you travel with someone that you don't know that well. Yeah, it's gonna ruin your trip somehow. I still enjoy my trip, but like there's a few events that make me a bit a bit, not satisfied, like a bit down. But yeah, but another this experience teaching me that yeah, the travel insurance is very important. Um, anyone travel outside of your own country, make sure you buy travel insurance, especially the country that are Western country. They're very expensive, right? If you don't have insurance, it can cost you arms and legs.
Yeah, because I've noticed that a lot of people experience food
Mhm.
poisoning, bad
Yeah.
water, they get stomach,
Yep.
like diarrhea and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yep.
very good. Um, it's important to just get the health insurance before you
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah. I mean, if it's Southeast Asia country, it's still, it's not that expensive. I mean, compared to the Western, right? Like she spent like what, 200 something for the ER, which very affordable. But if you do that in Western country, that will cost you like few $1,000s for one day. That's what I experienced in Canada. I pay like over $3,000 for one night. I stayed there 2 nights, but then I'm not even stay there for another 5 days, and it cost me $15,000.
I Jill say she miss her
Crazy.
mom. She miss her mom when she's sick. Good that you were there for her.
Yeah, I understand that, right? Like people, when you get sick, you feel you feel like you miss home. You feel like you miss someone that especially your parents who take care of you when you were little, right?
It's like being a baby
Yeah,
again, acting like a baby,
yeah,
being a baby.
yeah, And yeah, I could relate to what Joe said too when I went to the US. And even, I stay with my aunt family, but they all out for working, right? Like we barely see each other. And I got food poison and I was almost died by my own because nobody's home. And I just like the only thing that I was thinking in my head was like, oh, if I'm going home, my mom would take care of me, like like my mom would, be there for me or will take care of me or ask me, how I am. But because at that situation, I was home alone, people just, not home. And yeah, I think like it could make you feel you miss um, somebody that important in your life who, especially your parents, who take care of you when you were sick.
Well, at first I didn't really like I understand, but I didn't really agree with it because I feel like
Mhm.
it's not that big of a deal. It's like, let's say if we go somewhere and he have to use the restroom, we would turn around and come home
Yeah.
because he would not use a restroom somewhere else if it's like, number two. And even if like we're home, if he used the restroom, I cannot even be anywhere near the restroom. I would have to be away, like far away. Like I would have to be in the living room or in the bedroom, like somewhere far.
Uh,
I,
yeah.
I guess some people need their privacy. Like they can do their business if they know someone is around.
Yeah. Maybe if you're a different gender, like man and female, yeah, probably. I had no choice.
Well, no,
I mean, I
like
stuck.
some guys they don't care. They make noise and they use restroom, and they don't care if someone using the restroom next to
Yeah.
them. But oh, not him. Even if he have to get in the
Yeah.
car and drive home, he get in the car and go and drive home.
I mean, I'm okay with, like things like that, like, using the same bathroom, everything. But, another thing for me, like, um, I'm quite like, I'm OCD, like when it comes to bathroom, like, okay, you can use the bathroom, make sure like you clean after yourself, right? But like, ผู้นี้นะเพิ่นหัดบ่ clean really well after herself, right? And then like, yeah, I,
That's
I don't like to
gross.
complain too much, but I mean it's not that bad, but I still for me like I'm a bit OCD when it comes to like that. Like I want to make sure like the person come after me.
Yeah.
It's like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not gonna have to come and clean after you. Yeah. Well, from with this, lesson that you can learn, once you have to make sure like you need to have travel insurance. Second, make sure you really know that person. If you travel with somebody who you never met, in person,
Especially to share a
even
room, right? Like if you're gonna
yeah,
share a room, make
yeah,
sure you share your room with someone
yep,
that you already spend time with, that you feel comfortable
yep,
enough.
yep. Yeah. That's another one. Like you, if you don't know that person, you don't know what's gonna happen. It could wreck your holiday,
Mhm.
seriously. I mean, for me, like I'm like, okay, I'm quite chill, like what happened and happened. I leave it behind, right? We still can enjoy it. I don't take it for, anything. I don't even those incidents happen. I don't take it as like negative and then continue with, having issue with her, right? I just like forgot and we can enjoy it. But if you're somebody that couldn't get over it easily, it's gonna be issue. It could be ruin your whole trip, and it's not worth it because you spend like thousand of dollars to be in another countries, and then like you couldn't enjoy your trip. You know? Yeah. So lesson learned. I would never travel with, at least like if we travel, we in a different airplane. We in a different room. We're not staying together. Then everyone has their own space, and everyone has if there's something happen, we don't have to be in the room 24/7. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. That's a big difference, right? In between
Mm.
Western country and Southeast Asia country, how the medical is expensive. And let me tell you this, the care that you receive from the medical staff, the in Southeast Asia, you actually get more care. Like you feel a bit warm from the doctor, the nurse. They care for you. It seems like they care more than the people that um back in Canada. Like from what I observed, in Canada they do care, but not as much as like I experienced what I witnessed. This friend that she got her
Oh,
care from that medical
okay,
center.
I think we feel like they are just doing their job, right? The
Hmm.
doctor and the nurse and people in the hospital, they're just doing their job. But in Southeast
Yeah.
Asian country, we feel like family, feel like they're taking care of their own family
Yeah.
members.
Yeah, they would ask you, they would like kind of say nice thing and warm you
Mm.
in a way. They have a conversation, actual
Mm.
conversation, right? Not just talking about like, okay, you like this, and that's it. They
Mhm.
just walk away. But they would ask
Like
about,
just read
yeah,
report to you.
yeah. So that's another different too. It's expensive, but then you only pay and you're not gonna get any other encouragement words from them. But the other one is like you pay so cheap, less than what you pay in Western country, but from what you get uh the warm feeling, right? The welcome feeling from that doctor or medical staffs. So that's a big difference. So yeah, make sure, guys, when you travel, make sure don't forget to buy travel insurance. Very important, very essential, very important. Cheap or not, like you can claim it back. Like the friend, she got some money back, from the insurance because they have like deductible. The first claim they would the insurance that we bought, it's like you have to pay $250 deductible. So she got like a little money back. They still pay you, but and another case that I for my client, they were sick in Europe, and they got like a big chunk of their money back. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's like a little, right? You can you have to pay first, and then you collect all the receipts and everything, bills and medical report or whatever, and then claim it later. But if it's like a big amount, like in Canada, right? So basically, they will ask you to deposit. Like you still have to pay out of your pocket a little bit. Like you have to deposit because they want to make sure like they get their money at least. They ask you to deposit some of the money, and then they would deal with your insurance later on for the rest of the bill. So that like you don't have to pay like the whole $15,000 in advance. And but if you don't have insurance, usually they also you can negotiate pay down, how you call it, like pay monthly, if you're comfortable with that, but you still have to make the deposit. 30% you have to deposit for what the medical bills cost, the total.
So hopefully you don't get sick when you travel.
Hopefully, I never thought I would get sick in Canada, but I got E. coli. Like I traveled to many places, but I got E. coli in Canada. Like that shows that even is the Western country, the high standard sanitization, like the cleanliness of their food standard, you still get sick. I get E. coli from my food, more likely. Because the day that I got sick, we went to this restaurants that they do like what is it, the stir fry, and I you pick whatever you like, right? And then you let them stir fry for you, and then I picked some bean sprouts, and bean sprouts is in the, if you don't cook it really well, E. coli seems to be in bean sprout a lot. So make sure
Oh.
like you eat the cook bean sprout, or otherwise it has to be really, you have to clean it really well, because
Oh, I
bean
don't like
sprout
eating cooked bean sprouts. I eat raw. It's better raw than cooked.
Yeah, I know. I used to do that because I love bean sprout like just fresh, right? But from that experience, I was like, okay, I have to think twice now. Like
Everything have to be cooked.
I got yeah, I got E. coli from it. It's not fun. Let me tell you. I was like shaking. I got bacteria in my blood. I almost die if I didn't go to ER. They say like I would die if I didn't go to ER quick enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Crazy.
back to Chris. When are you gonna be in Vientiane?
Mhm.
Are you still on? Or you
Yeah.
go get your
I think he's gonna
breakfast?
be yeah, I mean if I'm in Bangkok, I would definitely go to they do have a lot of street food to try, right? For your lunch or your dinner. Yeah.
What else?
What else?
But I sure, oh, that's the same. That's the same comment.
Uh,
Wait, Terry, what do you have for dinner? For vacation about 8 years ago, and had seafood the before come home, and had number for 2 days.
yeah.
2 days is not a big deal, Joe. 2 days okay.
Yeah, food poison is another one, right? Like because when you travel to another country, you're not sure. Like make sure like you learn about their water situation too. Like with this Indonesia, if you listen, if you watch a lot of YouTube or you go on Google it, they'll say like make sure you don't drink water from the tap water. You make sure like you drink the water from the bottled water, because the water is contaminated and not good for drinking. And I think with this friend that I was with, she got sick because we were swimming in the resort. And I think like for some reason, right? Like when you swim, you might got like the water into your stomach. Like
Mm.
it happened when you swim. Like either you know how to swim or not. It will happen. And I think like that's why she got sick. Because we were really careful and drinking the water there too. We didn't like drinking, like we didn't drink like the ice or anything like that from places. But I think what happened is like we swam in the pool and she got that water into her system. Yeah, make sure you learn about the water situation. Many countries, even in Mexico, they say like the water, you don't drink the water from the tap water. Make sure that you drink from the bottle. It's really it can really make you sick. Yeah.
Even back home, I don't think I ever feel comfortable drinking water
Feel
from
weird.
tap water. Yeah.
Yeah. Even they say like you can drink, right? If you go to somewhere that they say
Mhm.
like, oh, it's safe to drink the water from the tap water from it's fine, you can drink it. But yeah, I don't know, like whenever I drink the water from จาก
Tap.
ก๊อกนะแก้ว
Mhm.
it feels weird. It tastes
Faucet.
something, or maybe because yeah, it feels kind of like I don't know. It tastes weird too. Yeah. Because I don't trust my own country's tap water. Yeah. I mean, even you say like it's safe, I never.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable drinking tap
un-
water at all.
Yeah, unless you boil it, then okay, you
Mhm.
boil
Yeah,
it and
if
it's
in the
you
situation
make
that
sure
you
that
don't
it's boiled.
have drinking water, then yeah, and you only have tap water, you should
Yeah.
broil it first.
I showed a big deal when I had to stay in the bathroom all the time. It was raw. Ew.
I think girls like it because we lose weight in those 2 days. We probably have lost a lot of weight. So we're like, okay, that's fine. I'm okay with having 2 days of diarrhea.
Oh
I lost
no, good
5
girl.
to 10 pounds.
No,
No?
you feel so you feel so exhausted after that diarrhea, though. Is it? Don't you think? Like you feel like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
super tired.
you don't have strength,
You
you
don't have
feel
energy.
tired, you don't have energy.
You don't
But
want to do that when you're on vacation. When you're home, it's okay.
I'm just being funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm just
No.
saying things.
Luckily, I really have like few only this incident that I have food poison. And it's not even diarrhea for me. Like it's all like about like shaking, like you just got a high fever out of nowhere, and it's like, when you take the Tylenol, right? It will stop for like 2 hours and it will come back. And at the time it was summer too. Christmas was like, why you cold? Like, because I'm so cold, I'm shaking
Mhm,
and cold, couldn't control myself.
mhm.
And I was like, no, give me more blanket. He's like, this is really hot. It was summer in BC at the time. I mean in the North America. I was like, no, no, I'm so cold. But then, yeah, yeah, yep. And so, Chris, is you gonna be in Thailand? So I remember you told us that you're gonna rent a car, right? And you're gonna drive around um from Bangkok to the northern part of Thailand for a week before you come to Laos, right? Something like that. It was a long time since our last conversation when you were still fun.
Now you know, fun, you're boring.
Yeah, please share your experience of traveling. Where I know how เนาะผู้ใดที่ว่าเคยมีประสบการณ์แปลกๆอะนะ ดีบ่ดีบ่ว่ากันเนาะแต่ว่าแปลกๆ แบบว่าให้เฮาเรียนรู้จากประสบการณ์นั้นน่ะนะช่วยแชร์หน่อยเด้อ เพราะว่าเนาะบางเทื่อเฮาบางคนที่ว่าเขาเจ้าบ่ได้สู้เดินทางจังซี้น่ะให้ถ้าเฮาแชร์ก็เขาเจ้าสิได้รับรู้ไว้หั้นนะบางเทื่อมันเกิดขึ้น
Yeah,
นำ
yeah.
เขาเจ้า
They
เขา
can
เจ้าสิ
be
ได้แบบ
aware.
เฮ็ดแนวใดอะฮะคือแบบตัวอย่างคือที่นี่แหละแบบเฮาบอกกันว่าโอเคควรซื้อประกันภัยเนาะแต่ว่าอันนี้มันก็เป็นการตัดสินใจของแต่ละคน แต่ว่าถ้าว่าถามเฮาแม่นถามน้องหั่นน่ะน้องต้องซื้อเนาะสิไปสิสิไปนอกประเทศแล้วต้องซื้อโลดประกันภัยน่ะมันคุ้มค่ากว่า
See, I've never even thought of getting insurance. Every time I travel, I'd never even
Yeah,
consider.
because you never get sick.
Yeah, I guess I should look into it now. Now that you
Yeah, like,
scare me.
yeah. And we like we older too. We're not like young, like teenagers. We probably get sick easier than
Yeah,
those
but like
young.
luckily every time we travel, we're like on our own time, right? I have plenty of time to sleep in, and if I don't feel good, I don't have to go out or do anything with anybody. But if you travel like that as a group, then you have planned that you already planned to go here and there. So it could
No, yeah, no, we actually didn't have like set up schedule or anything like that. We also
No, you
took
and
it as
Chris is not. I'm not talking about you two. I'm talking about like if you travel with friends in a group.
well with them. Yeah, yeah, I mean if you set up the plan then yeah, it could be a big issue. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Um
because mostly when people get together, plan to travel here and there, they already, they already talked about, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna go to the waterfall today, and or tomorrow we're gonna go to the beach, and the next day we're gonna go here and there, right? Then you should really get health insurance in case you get sick. But
well,
luckily,
I mean,
I've never like traveled like that. I never travel with like a group of friends because
yeah,
I'm too lazy.
but I can share this with you, okay? Even you're not gonna travel with anyone, but this can break break what you saying.
Used to?
On our flight, yeah, well, on our flight, the same flight, on our flight from Istanbul to Jakarta, the whole flight, the whole aisle that we're sitting, right? People are just coughing the whole damn time. Like every second, like like all kind of this is so disgusting. And yeah, okay. You have to remember after the COVID and everything, you have to remember you have masks with you all the whole time too. Because that could happen, like this flight that we took in, like the whole aisle, every seat that we sitting close to whoever. But like I understand, I travel a lot. I was in so many flights, but this flight is particularly they cough the whole time. Everybody in that flight seemed to be sick. They all like and like somebody stop, somebody start, like a rhythm. And
Non-stop.
I was just like sitting next to the other friend, not the friend that got sick, and she was just like laughing, and I just like put my mask on my face, and I just put the blanket over my head the whole the whole flight. And imagine if you have to sit for like 12 hours with like I'm being honest here, like seriously, the whole 12 hours non-stop coughing, and not just one person, like most of everybody in that whole section. And even though you be careful in the hotels or whatever, right? But if this situation happen, you could get sick from the flight. Yeah, another thing that I want to share. Yeah, I don't know. Chris เป็นเท่าใด your flight from America to Bangkok.
So bottom line is you should get health insurance when you travel.
Yep, that's the bottom line. Not you never know. After COVID now, you got you get germs and bacteria from people easily. Yeah. And Chris is like, I don't know, it changed. Mom said no drive. Okay. Been enjoying my time around Bangkok. Okay, then go to Pakse with my nephew April 11. So
Which is
tomorrow
tomorrow.
you're going to Pakse. And Chris say Alliance travel insurance I bought for 101. The coverage is enough to put me at ease. Yeah. That's how many days that you're gonna be in Alliance is it's yeah that travel provider is a bit pricey for me. I go with Safety Wing. Safety Wing is like cheaper. They do have a 500,000 coverage, so that's pretty good for the price. So my time, when do people start celebrating some kind in Laos? Some of the tourist spots in Bangkok we start celebrating on Friday. Yeah, we already started actually. Many many companies, many private company, they already celebrating. And but officially we'll start on Saturday, 13th, this coming Saturday. Good night พาลูกน้อยไปนอนก่อน All
มีลู
right,
กน้อ
thank
ย
you.
เนาะ มีลูกน้
See
อย
you next time. Good
Bye.
night.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Yeah, travel insurance, if you pay a lot for it, it could it just wasting money, right? So I usually go with something that a bit cheaper but it still have a good coverage. Like Safety Wing, that was the US company. And it's cheap. It's go by your age, go by your how many days you travel. Yeah. ไอ้คนจันทร์สบายดีไอ้คนจันทร์ Yeah. So yeah, we checking out. We going to check out the 23 kilometer farmhouse today. Hopefully
23ลัก
the rate
23ลัก
stops.
farmhouse ลัก23 farmhouse เนาะ มันเป็นของจอง ลัก23
ลักษณ์สาม
farmhouse it's a good name.
Yeah. เพิ่นว่า58 ปียังมีลูกน้อย
That mean
ก็
it's
เป็น
it's still working. That's good. That mean you're still healthy. You're staying
You're right.
active
Safety Wing is cheaper.
and you're still healthy.
Yes, Chris, Safety Wing is cheaper. Yeah. But I think like if you're from the US, you can't buy Safety Wing when you're still in the country. You have to be out of the country. That's the law. They have like a law or something with this company. Like if you US citizen, because it's the US company, they for some reason you cannot buy this insurance when you in America. You have to fly out the country
So
first before you can.
I can because I'm in Laos. I can buy insurance
Yep,
from them. Okay.
yep, yep. You can. If you are U.S. citizen, you still can buy it, but not when you are in the country. There's some kind of the law prevent them from coverage. You're not gonna cover it. Like even you buy, you're not gonna cover when you know buying in the US. Yeah.
I haven't talk about Barry. He haven't uploaded any video lately, huh?
I think because of his computer situation.
Mm.
I told him because he said that เพิ่นว่าอันน่ะเอ่อหมู่บางเทื่อหมู่เพิ่นอยู่อเมริกานะสิเบิ่งคอมพิวเตอร์ใหม่ให้เพิ่น เพราะว่าคอม
Oh,
พิวเตอร์มันคอมพิวเตอร์เก่าค่ะมันอันนั้นได้แต่ว่าน้อง
mm.
คิดว่าเราน่าจะถ่ายเอาโทรศัพท์ถ่ายเอาเนาะเพราะว่าฉันเอา GoPro ถ่ายแล้วมันมันมันต้องเอามา transfer ใน editing อะนะใน editing ล่ะถ้าว่าคอมพิวเตอร์นั้นมันโดยเฉพาะเป็น GoPro มันจะไฟล์มันจะใหญ่เนาะมันจะใหญ่กว่าไฟล์อยู่ในโฟน
แต่
ถ้าจะเอาโท
แต่
รศัพท์ถ่าย
แต่ดาวน์โหลดแอป GoPro ได้แล้วก็มาตัดต่ออยู่ในโทรศัพท์ได้ That's how I do it because I don't know how to I don't know how to do it on
edit in
my
the program in the
yeah.
software.
Let's just say that I don't know how
Yeah,
to use
because
computer. I only use my phone.
Yeah, he has like a really old I think Mac, and he said that himself. You know, he's kind of slow. He bought it for like many years ago, and yeah, like I know I experienced that with my own computer too. It took forever to render, you know, to edit in the software, and then you render it. If it failed, you have to restart it again. It takes so many hours. Yeah, with
Yeah, I think
you know,
that's why
if
I
you
like
have
doing it
you
on my phone. I find it simple. I find it easier on the phone. Like I've been doing it on the iPhone this whole time. I never use the computer, the Mac, the laptop to do anything with the video because I don't know how. When it's come to the
look at
computer,
that.
I'm the dummy. Like I'm so dumb with it.
It's good enough. I mean, you have your app in your phone. You have everything that you need, right? You can kind of like put the title. You can have like all this special effect. That's fine. You know, you don't need it. Like I particularly don't have. I don't even know how to edit on the phone because I've never done it. I only done it on the computer. It's
A lot
opposite
of
from
people
you, right?
say,
So we if we don't do anything, if we don't do what we do, then we don't know.
a lot of people say it's a lot better on the computer, but for some reason I have a hard time learning to like learn how to do it on the computer. I think one of these days I'm gonna invest one whole week to learn. Like let's see if I can get it. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
nothing but focus on learning how to use the computer.
Yeah, I guess, you know, because with the computer, it's bigger screen, it's easier for you to edit, and they have this software, the editing software, they have like all kind of things, right? You can play with it, you know. And I'm enjoyed it. I enjoy learning. It's still a lot for me to learn, but you know, I only learned the basic.
But I feel
And
like on the phone it's so easy with the app on the phone is so easy. With the
definitely
computer it's
easier.
so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, computer, there's like the software that you're gonna use for editing. They have like so many things that you have to keep in mind, right? Like there's like here and there, like yeah, it's going to take you some time to get used to it, but the more you do it, then you get used to it.
Oh, Barry just uploaded the video today. Oh, because I checked last night to see if he have anything new, and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, he mentioned that, like he tried to upload video, but sometimes it failed because it's, because of the computer. It failed and he has to restart again. It takes like the whole day for him to upload a video. And I couldn't relate because it happened to me before in my own computer. It's frustrated.
It's frustrating.
I told him like, I told him like if his friends, his friend could look, he said like he's gonna buy the computer here. It's fine if he can buy it here if nobody's gonna bring the computer from the US. But I mean, if I can, for me, like I have Chris, right? He would bring it to me, like this computer he brought it for me from the US. It's better to buy in US because you get a better deal if, of course, you have somebody come back here and you can bring it. But yeah.
Anybody
No,
know
maybe even Chris
anyone
here.
that shipped a wooden container to Thailand?
You have to ask the courier company, the shipping company. You should be in touch with them.
You mean from Laos to Thailand? From where to Thailand?
He said like he's gonna look into shipping stuff from the US to here.
Oh.
What do you want to bring? You can buy anything here, and plus you have to remember if you're gonna bring like electric stuff, especially we use the different electric bulb. If in the US you use what 110, right? For the power. Over here we use 220 volts. So if you bring your equipment or whatever that use that volt, it's not gonna be convenient for you.
There is a company, shipping company that I see that advertise they ship anything from the US to Thailand. If I run into it next time, I make sure to share it on the Facebook. Yeah, they do have shipping company that ship anything from America to Thailand and Thailand to the US.
แบบถ้าไอ้คนจันทร์สีส่งเครื่องมาแบบเครื่องใช้ไฟฟ้าที่ว่ามันมีคอมพิวเตอร์นี่โอเคเนาะเพราะว่ามันใช้มันปรับไฟอย่างได้นะสมมุติว่าเอามาใช้อยู่ลาวนี่ก็ได้แต่ว่าเครื่องไฟฟ้าอันใดที่ว่ามันใช้ไฟอยู่พุ่นกับอยู่พี่มันต่างกันเนาะถ้ามาใช้อยู่พี่ต้องมั่นใจว่าต้องได้ใช้หม้ออะแดปเตอร์เนาะแบบหม้อมันสิเปลี่ยนไฟจากไฟ110มาเป็นไฟ220หั่นน่ะเพราะว่าอยู่ประเทศลาวนี่เขาเจ้าไฟของเขาเจ้าความแรงมัน220โวลต์ถ้าว่าเอาตัวนั้นมาเสียบทันทีโดยที่ว่าบ่ได้มีหม้อเปลี่ยนไฟหั่นน่ะมันสิแตกปุ้งเลยหั่นน่ะเนาะฉะนั้นถ้าว่าเป็นไอเทมอันใดที่ว่าเป็นเครื่องใช้ไฟฟ้าสินะหรือว่าอันใดที่ว่ามันใช้ไฟต่างกันอะนะถ้าบ่แม่นคอมพิวเตอร์นี่โอเคถ้าว่าเป็นอันอื่นหั่นแม่นอ้ายน่าจะมาซื้ออยู่นี่ดีกว่าเนาะซื้ออยู่ประเทศลาวประเทศไทยดีกว่าแต่ว่าถ้าเป็นเครื่องใช้แบบโอเคเนาะแบบที่ว่าบ่ได้ใช้ไฟใช้หยังนั่นโอเคเนาะชิปมาก็โอเคอยู่มีแต่อยากโน้ตไว้เนาะให้อ้ายโดยสบายดีไอ้แขกสบายดีเพิ่นตอนนั้นแต่งเพิ่นมาก็สบายดีไอ้แขกพร้อมแล้วเด้เมื่อกี้นี้คู่ว่าพวกเพิ่นต้องเบิ่งนำกันอะนะส่วนหลายเพิ่นสิเบิ่งนำกันเนาะ
Is it still raining? Is it still raining? Sounded like it's raining.
rain
raining
หน่อยหนึ่ง yeah หน่อยหนึ่ง
That's good. It make all the plants happy. I hope it rain in Turkey too. I should check. Let me check the weather in Turkey.
Probably not.
No,
A lot of
no
time
rain.
when it rains probably
Sun.
a lot of time when it rains in Takek and in Vientiane probably not raining.
At least not
It's
that hot.
a bit far
It's
away.
between 80 to 90s. At least it's not 100. I don't see rain in Takek anytime soon. No rain.
Yeah เย็นๆมื้อนี้เย็นๆแน่เย็นๆขึ้นกว่าที่ผ่านมาก็สิเป็นจังซี่น่ะเนาะอันฝนอยู่ลาวนี่นะมันสิเป็นลักษณะนี่แหละเมื่อวานนี้เห็นบ่ตอนเฮาออกไปกินข้าวหั่นมัน
เป็นครึ้มๆ
คือแบ
เนาะ
บคือเป็นพายุคือแบบมีลมเริ่มแรงๆสิน่ะแต่ว่าหลายเทื่อมันสิบ่ตกตอนนั้นน่ะเนาะมันสิลมมาแล้วมันก็หยุดสิน่ะเออ
Oh, I thought you're in Turkey. No. มาตั้งแต่พ่อกับแม่ไปรับเอามื้อใดวะมื้อวันที่8เนาะ
วันจันทร์
วันจันทร์
ก่อ
เนาะ
น
มาฮอด
มื้อ
เมื่
ก่
อ
อ
วาน นนี้มื้อวานนี้
The
ไป
other
กิน
day
ข้าวแล้วเนาะมื้อวานนี้พวกเราไปกินฮอตดอก
No
มื้อ
the
ก่อน
other
นี่
day
มื้อซืนนี่ yeah มาฮอดเวียงแต่มื้อซืนนี่สิกลับมื้ออื่นมื้อฮื้อกลับมื้อฮื้อตอนเช้าเนาะมื้ออื่นไปกินมื้ออื่นสิไปออกไปกินข้าวกับกิ่งกับ her husband แล้วก็มื้อฮื้อตอนเช้าออกเมืองluckily Joe checked on the airplane ticket before he went to bed and it was only the 7 a.m. available. The 9 a.m. sold out. So he will have to book the 7 a.m. I think check out on the 12th because on the 11th we want to meet up with Chris.
Okay so you're not gonna at first you say like you're probably leaving on 11 but because of the flight they only have more early flight
it was my I misunderstood the original plan after I talked to you I asked him to extend our stay to check out on the 12th instead of 11th because when he got here I didn't know Chris hours so I thought he'll land in the morning but he landed at night so I told Joe to extend the stay one more day and we were gonna extend the stay after Sunday because I talked with Barry and he like watching UFC too and it's gonna be big UFC this Sunday so we thought we would stay and watch UFC with him but then the internet here it's impossible to watch the UFC live so we have to go home for the UFC
okay thank you Miguel for considering to staying and meet my significant other
I mean my whole trip of coming here is to do that not to meet up with Joe because if I don't want to do that then Joe would just fly straight home
yeah
but I want to meet with parents and your family
yeah appreciate that very much แต่งเพิ่นว่าแม่นแล้วโตติดกันบ้านบ่ต้องโตดีแล้วเนาะดีแล้วบ่เป็นเป็นขนมคูดีก็เป็นขนมชีก
Yeah, I guess the same with me and my husband. He's like, we're like twins. This is like the first time that he traveled without me since we've been together. And he would call and report all the time. And when I don't pick up the phone, he get panicked. Like, I'm home. Sometimes I'm outside watering the plant. I don't have the phone with me 24/7. And he get kind of annoying with me that I don't pick up the phone when he calls.
Yeah, I guess we get
Sometimes I'm in
used
the
to it.
shower. I don't have the phone with me. Or I'm in the bathroom. I don't have the phone with me.
Yeah. Yeah. So ติดกันปานปลาต้องโกก็ดีแนวหนึ่งเนาะ แต่ว่าบาง
ก็แสดง
บา
ว่าง
ที
แสดง
ติด
ว่า
กันติดกันปลา
ไอ้
ต้อง
แข
โก
ก
โพดกัน
แสดงว่าไอ้แขกนี่บ่แม่นคนมักลิ้นเนาะบ่แม่นคนแบบมีหมู่หลายๆเพราะว่าผู้ชายบางคนหั้นนะแฮ่งดีผู้ชายคนลาวนี่เนาะสิแบบมักหมู่แล้วก็ติดหมู่แล้วก็สิแบบไปแฮงเอาต์กับหมู่อีหยังหั้นนะก็บ่ค่อยติดเมียถ้าคนที่แบบบ่ติดหมู่หลายก็สิเลือกที่จะติดเมีย which is better for the relationship
ติดเมียไปไสก็ไปนำกันเนาะไปลิ้นไปสั่งไปลิ้นน้ำหมู่ก็ไปนำกันจังซี่หั้น
อื
นะ
อฮึคล้ายๆว่าเมียนี่เป็นทั้งหมู่ทั้งเมียทั้ง family that's what make
That
the
yeah
marriage last
that yeah like if you just be husband and wife then yeah you have to be best friends as well like friends you know like close friends oh okay so yeah
เราเป็นห่วง
hopefully when Chris here because Barry say like he doesn't know stuff about computer so when you know Chris here maybe he can help him you know to look into something cheap and something that you know would be good for
affordable
the editing yeah Chris is pretty good he built his own computer back home so he
oh
like all my computer is the one who pick and yeah he built computer back home for you know he play game he like to play game and he would you know you need like a how you call it high spec for your computer if you play games you need like a high spec so he built his own computer and it's really cheap when you do that yourself so I told Barry like yeah maybe when Chris here he can you know kind of help Barry to look into something affordable doesn't have to break the pocket so we thank him. He's a homeboy. We have been together for about 30 years now. Wow. Yeah. That's a long time. And that shows, you know, that shows that how your relationship is. If you last for that long, you're gonna last forever, right?
yeah I mean
You
when
accept everything about each
come
other.
down to it the person that's going to be with you through thick and thin is your spouse is your you know significant other and it's good to like
Yeah.
take good care of each other and understanding and that's why they call it
Yeah.
your other half right when you marry you become one so you become one
Yeah.
person
hmm Yeah. And it's not like you're gonna that the the person not gonna run away if you get sick or you know like if you something happen in the future you never know you know some people they just don't want to take that responsibility and I think like Yeah, that I think that's the point of having a partner, right? It's like you want to stay together and be companions, like be there for each other when and the other half is couldn't do things for themselves, and
Mhm.
you can rely on, and like that's like that's why I got married, or that's why I want somebody to be my partner. What is the point if you're married to somebody and like when there's like an issue, or you just run away, right? That's yeah. Yeah, I really um adore and appreciate the people that. And then you see, I see my parents, right? Like they're not like getting along all the time, but they love each other.
No,
Especially
even
when
though
they're older.
they do get along though. That's just how they communicate. I don't think they don't get along. I think they do get along. That's just how they communicate. I can see that dad's
Yeah.
really cared about mom.
Mhm.
Maybe he said in a different way, but you can tell that he really care.
Yeah, I mean, I live with my parents for most of my whole life. I know their personality, and it's like kind of like compromise each other, right? It's
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
they tease each other a lot, like, and I think like that makes their relationship kind of like fun, because like if you like don't have anything to say to each other, then it's probably like it's kind of boring, right? But then like
Yeah,บ่
when
บ่
you
ถือ
tease
กัน
each
หั้นนะ
other.
แบบบางคนบาง
Uh-huh.
คู่นี่เขาสิถือสากันแม่นบ่แล้วก็ผิดกันแล้วก็มาด่ากันหั้นนะ
Mm.
อันนี้ they just
Mhm.
like argue back and forth but there's no แบบด่ากันหั้
Yeah.
นนะ
Yeah, it's like they tease each
อือฮึ
other and then they laugh it off.
อื
The
อฮึ
best part is like they laugh it
อือฮึ
off. Yeah. Yeah, when you witness something like that, like, this relationship is gonna be, last long.
for
Like
life
gonna
yeah
be
last
until the
a
other, yeah,
lifetime อือฮึ
lifetime, yeah. And they're always saying like, "Oh, I want to die first." And she's like, "No, I want to die. Like, let me die first." Like, what? แบบญาติกันนะ
I
18
I
ปี
am the
ไปก่อนไปรุ่น
I am the same way it's like I want to go first so I don't have to deal with like feeling
อืม
lonely or feeling alone without you. So it's kind of
Yeah.
selfish, right? It's like let me go first, so I don't have to go through that feeling alone without you.
Well, maybe do
Especially
something
when
like
we're
a
like
notebook, right?
older.
Maybe do something like a notebook, go at the same time, you know? I think that would be great, right? Like if you can just, go
Hold
at the
hands
same
and just
time.
go to sleep
Yeah,
together,
hold
go to
hand and
sleep
just
at the
like
same
sleep.
time.
Yeah, just sleep and just like gone.
Mm.
Yeah. But that's not always the case.
Yeah. How did that happen? How did they do it? How can they like go at the same time like that?
Maybe he just like stopped breathing, but I don't think his body can stop doing that. I don't know. Maybe when you get old like that, maybe you can.
Did he do that on purpose? Like to stop himself from
Not
breathing?
um yeah, they didn't say anything about, like about the how, but you saw that he just holding her hand, right? And they just
Mhm. Yeah,
like
and they
when the
just go
kids
to
found
sleep.
found them,
Yeah.
yeah, and then they both of them already passed away.
Oh, maybe
So
because they like the love is so strong that when she's
mhm.
falling asleep, it make him like falling asleep too because he doesn't know how, like he doesn't want to go on,
Yeah. Maybe. I
knowing
mean,
that
you know,
she's
like you
gone.
have that, yeah, that
Like that
deeper,
strong connection.
yeah, that energy inside you. Maybe, you know, like
Mhm.
you intended to do that, and then, you know, and you that old, right? So it probably easier to just, okay, that's, yeah, something you can't explain, right?
Because every time I don't feel good, Joe feel worse. Like I am sick and
Yeah.
not you. And then I end up have to take care of him. It's like I am sick, not you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad talking about that. Like I wish, you know, like if we a couple, we can go at the same time. That would be, you know, better off, right?
Yeah, that would be
Because
that would be
but because
best way to go.
most of the time, if the other person goes first and you left the other person would feel, if they're all right, if the other person's still young, I guess like okay, you know, you still can enjoy life, but the other person is like same age or like close to the age,
Mhm.
I think like it's better off to just go together.
Then nobody leave anyone behind.
Yeah, that's right.
But
What are we
hopefully
talking
that's
about? We're talking about death.
we're talking about what's the movie called Notebook, and
uh,
kind of like if it's like Titanic, sad, right?
mm,
How
mhm.
she's stay, she's still alive and he's not
Yeah,
around. And as much as like they love each other, their love is so strong and the connection is so strong, but she lived her life without him. It's sad.
yeah. I heard that they're gonna have. I'm not sure. I thought like I saw a highlight or something on YouTube and say like there's gonna be another life after, you know, the boats sink. Like they're gonna do uh um another version of it.
Mm.
That would be interesting. Yeah. I watched that movie and I never want to go on the cruise because you're like you're in the middle of ocean. If something happened, you can't escape. It's not like you're, you know, like in the land. And,
I did went on the cruise. Um, I think in what year? Not long ago. I would say 5 years. 5 years ago. Yeah, it does feel weird to be in the middle of the ocean and go to sleep and you can feel the wave, the water. And it does bring back the Titanic.
yeah, like all you see is like endless
Hmm.
horizon, right? Like you can't see anything. Like
No.
everywhere it's just like water. And if you
Yeah.
can't swim, like that's even worse.
The
Um
same the same
and then
thing like being the same thing like being in the airplane. You're up there, all you see is cloud. Anything
yep.
happen, just don't even try to stay alive. Just go with it.
Yeah, but at
Like I
least the
wouldn't fight
airplane,
it.
you know that the cruise is you're gonna be on the cruise for like what, the whole week, 2 weeks, but at least the airplane, you know that the plane's gonna be, you know, like if nothing happened, you're gonna be in like within 12 hours, or at least you're gonna, you know, like uh can have like connect flight. Uh you're still gonna, you know, be on in the land, but when it comes to ocean, and I don't know, maybe it's for me, like why you want to do the vacation in the boat? Like for me, my idea is like to go and see things and natures and like architectures and stuff. Like you in the boat there, it's kind of like you just eat, play, swim in the boat, not even in the ocean. Like I guess it's not for everybody's, but I understand the idea of like having everything in the cruise, right? Like you just like eat and drinks and plays and enjoy.
Well, and they do stop at places also, not just
Mhm.
being on the ship the whole time. They do
Right,
stop here and there.
right. They do stop, but like the idea of like just I don't know, sleep in the cruise and like I don't know,
I
not for
think it's
me.
just for
Like I
people
told
who
Chris,
want
like
to I think it's just for people who want to get away from land, who want to get away from cars and
yeah,
traffic and just being in a
yeah.
different
I told my significant. I told Chris like if you want to go to a cruise, you can go alone or with your friends. Because I will never. I would never go on a cruise. That's not my thing. So my Thai say, when my father died, my mother wasn't sad at all. I've never seen her so happy. She lived another 13 years after him. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's it's sad when if we talk about that, but yeah, it's if you still healthy, if you still like um still have a lot to want to enjoy, I guess like yeah, why not live another 13, 15, 20 years? Be right back. I'm listening, Miguel. So yeah, um, ผู้ใดมีอย่างแชร์ก็แชร์ได้เด้อเกี่ยวกับโดยเฉพาะมันเกี่ยวกับเรื่องการเดินทางเนาะมีอย่างม่วนบ่หรือว่ามีหยังที่ว่าให้เราสามารถเรียนรู้ได้จากหรือว่าอันใดก็ได้เนาะที่ว่าเป็นเรื่องเกิดขึ้นนำเอื้อยน้องเราเนาะเช่นว่าเคยมาลาวแล้วมีประสบการณ์อันใดบ่แปลกๆหรือว่าประสบการณ์ที่ว่ามันเป็นตาหัวจั่งซี้น่ะก็แชร์ได้เด้อมื้อนี้อ่า น้องกับแม่แก้วก็ว่าสิพากันไปเช็กเอาต์มันมี23 kilometer farm cafe อ่าอ่าลักคาเฟลัก23ซึ่งว่าตั้งอยู่ลัก23ทางทางไปทางใต้เนาะเส้นที่ถนนเส้น13ใต้ทางไปใต้แต่ว่าอ่า มันเป็นรัก23อะนะซก็สิแม่น23ลักออกจากตัวเมืองนครหลวงไปฮอดฟาร์มคาเฟตัวนี้อ่าอ่าแม่แก้วเพิ่นก็สิได้ถ่ายทำอิหยังต่างๆเนาะเพราะว่ามันเป็นคาเฟที่ว่าเขาเจ้าจะมีปลูกแคนตาลูปมีปลูกหมากไม้แล้วก็ปลูกผักอยู่ในฟาร์มตัวนี้นำหั้นนะแล้วก็สิมีเขาเจ้าสิเฮ็ดเป็นแบบเป็นฟาร์มนั่นแหละไปเนาะมี แล้วก็สิมีเรือนทรงลาวมีหยังจังซี่เราก็บ่เคยนอนกับเอื้อยแก้วก็บ่เคยไปตัวนั้นจักเทื่อแต่ว่าเห็นอ่าเห็นมีบางคนไปแล้วมันคือแบบมันคักอะนะเราก็เลยว่าอยากไปลองเบิ่ง เพราะว่าแก้วเพิ่นมาเวียงจันทน์เนาะอยู่นครหลวงตอนนี้มาเพิ่นมาได้2มื้อแล้วอ่าก็เลยว่าสิไปนำแม่แก้วแหน่แล้วก็สิไปกับเบร์รี่แหน่ได้นัดกันไว้แล้วมื้อนี้ตอนประมาณตอนเที่ยงก็รอติดตามเบิ่งวิดีโอเนาะแม่แก้วเพิ่นอาจจะบ่ทันได้สะดวกเพิ่นก็ได้ถ่ายเพิ่นมาเวียงได้2มื้อเพิ่นก็ได้ถ่ายหลายอันอยู่แต่ว่าอินเทอร์เน็ตอยู่โรงแรมเพิ่นมันบ่ไว คือเวลาเพิ่นสิอัปโหลดอัปหยังมันก็ยากอะนะฉะนั้นเพิ่นก็สิได้ท่ากลับไปท่าแขกก่อนแล้วเพิ่นจั่งสิเอาลงให้เบิ่งเพิ่นก็สิได้แชร์ประสบการณ์เพิ่นตอนเพิ่นขี่รถจากท่าแขกมาเวียงจันทน์หั้นนำเนาะว่าทางมันยากมันง่ายส่ำใดในช่วงนี้วันอาทิตย์นี้เนาะวันอาทิตย์สิมานี่เป็นอ่าอ่าก็ถือว่าเป็นปีใหม่แล้วเนาะบางเทื่อ น่าจะไล่อยู่ดอกเราน่าจะไล่อยู่ดอกเพราะว่าเขาไล่ปกติมันไล่ตอนผู้โมงของเอื้อยน้องเราผู้อยู่อเมริกาอันเป็นช่วงตอนแลงเนาะฉะนั้นเราไล่ตอน6โมงเช้าจังซี่ก็อ่าคือสิไลฟ์อยู่คือสิบ่ได้หยุดไลฟ์ดอกรู้สึกหนาวๆเดี๋ยวหม้อพัดลมเพราะว่าเปิดพัดลมแรงหน่อยหนึ่งหม้อพัดลมน้อยหนึ่งลงหน่อยหนึ่งเพราะแก้วสงสัยไปเข้าห้องน้ำ
Oh my god, I didn't know
Come
that
back.
my battery is almost dead and I didn't keep my computer plugged in. But anytime บ่ guarantee เด้อว่าสิถ่ายทำหรือบ่ถ่ายทำเพราะว่า most of the time I enjoy the moment too much than try to capture the like take the video. So it will go by how I feel at the moment. Like, are you like
Yeah, I
me most
probably
of the
do.
time? Yeah, most of the time I enjoy the moment more than trying to take a picture or capture the moment. Like some people they can record everything, they can videotape everything, but I'm different.
Yeah.
Like if I'm too
Yeah,
busy trying
so
to do all this, then I don't get to enjoy what's happening at the moment.
yeah. I understand. So see, like if I plan to do the video, right? I'm gonna do the video and then I'm gonna like that's what I to do in the future too. If I travel somewhere, you wanna enjoy it, right? You just
Mhm.
like yeah, you're already there. You want to enjoy the moment. But if you have work to do, like if it's become my works, my something that I I want to make money from, then I'm gonna try to do it, and then I'm gonna you know do it again, but without recording. So we can do that. We can go and video, and then like okay, put down the camera, right? Like you don't want the camera to be in your face all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I think especially if you have companies, you have like
Mhm.
friends or family with you, it don't feel authentic to have camera on, you have like camera on your face all the time.
Or like
Yeah.
conversation sometimes We be saying
Yeah.
things that
Mm.
that we don't
Saying
want to
things
be
that you don't
air.
Yeah. Or I mean, you know that it might be flagged or, YouTube might might censor.
This is too bright.
So
Why is it too bright?
that's another thing to have consider to when you travel, right? You don't have your light set up and stuff. Yeah, maybe if I mean in the future if I really travel, if I'm gonna do the like full time video, I think like I mean my video is not I'm not gonna show my face a lot. Most of the time I'm gonna go on the street and just walking and show the places to people, then um not necessarily need the ring light. ไปซื้ออยู่ลาวก็เห็นกบกินเดือนบ่อยู่เท็กซัสเห็นเทื่อทมิตในชีวิตอ้อแม่นบ่โดยเห็นเขาเจ้าบ่อยู่ลาวนี่บ่เห็นซุนี่เอ้ยสู้แต่ว่าน้องเห็นเขาเจ้าอันน่ะไลฟ์น่ะจากอยู่อเมริกาแล้วเขาเจ้าแบบเขาเจ้าdo live watching กบกินเดือน แต่ว่ามีได้มีบางหลายๆปีผ่านมานี่มีเนาะปรากฏการณ์กบกินเดือนอยู่ประเทศลาวก็มีแล้วเกิดขึ้นประมาณ2เทื่อ2หรือ3เทื่อนี่แหละตอนน้องตั้งแต่น้องน้อยยังน้อยมาจนใหญ่นี่นะเกิดขึ้น2-3เทื่อนี่แหละกบกินเดือนเป็นจั่งใดเอ้ยสู้กบกินเดือนเอ้ยสู้เห็นเป็นมันเป็นจั่งใดเห็นอันนั้นบ่มันจักมันโดนบ่มันดำหมายความว่าเนาะดวงตะเวนมันมาครบเดือนแม่นบ่โดนปานใดเอ้ยสู้มันจั่งย้ายออก
Oh yeah, it rained and it's look nice and cool out there.
อืม
So I think it's perfect for
Yeah.
us to go to that cafe.
อืม Yeah, hopefully it stop raining a bit.
Well, it's not like
So we can walk
heavy
around.
rain, it's just like shower.
They
But yeah, by
sprinkle.
then I'm pretty sure that it stopped. By noon or 1, pretty sure it stopped.
Yeah. โจ้ยังบ่ลุกบ่
No, he just went to bed.
อ๋อ
He went to bed like at 6. So
Yeah, that is
don't
he
expect
doesn't have
him.
fixed schedule. อืม
Don't expect him. If he in the mood to come along, he'll come along. If not, he'll stay and do his thing, work, probably stay at the Starbucks somewhere. Oh, this one close by. But usually he doesn't go do stuff like that with me because he have work to do.
อืม
So he doesn't really feel
Yeah.
like, go sit and he feel like wasting his time because he think his
Mhm.
time is so valuable. Like he could be on
Oh,
on the
that's right.
computer helping people instead of like, go sit or walk around. Because
Oh,
his
yeah, if
job
that's,
is
what makes him happy, then
Mhm.
that's good. Yeah.
So I never make him feel like he have to go with me, when I go do things and meet people or stuff like that, go with friends and stuff like that. I never make him feel like he have
Yeah.
to. Like I would get mad if he don't go. Because
Yeah, what
I
is the
like
point of having
yeah,
Go
like I
ahead.
always put myself on other people's shoes. Like I wouldn't like it if I don't want to go and then you make me feel guilty for not going. You know, I wouldn't
Yeah.
like it. I wouldn't enjoy my time.
Yeah, the person is not gonna enjoy his time. Like why would you, want somebody to enjoy you if you know that that person is not gonna enjoy himself? Like the fact of having people coming together or like go somewhere and you must enjoy it, right? Like if not enjoy internet. So yeah, I mean, if it's better off to do some things that he enjoy. Doesn't matter what he does, and if this is what make us happy, then we do what makes us happy. Doesn't have to be together all the time, right? I mean, people have sometimes even if you're couple, you still like different things. You still have things that you enjoy, and the other might not enjoy what you do. So, I mean, you do then you take the opportunity to be by your own and do your own thing. I think like that's a beautiful thing, right? Like you have a partner that allow you to do your own thing. I think like that's better than having the partner like want you to be there, even though they don't want you, they're not enjoying themselves with you. Like, what is the point?
Yeah, mostly I can use it as an excuse or against him later when I don't want to go with him when he go somewhere and then I can say it. I don't make you go with me when I go do things. If you don't want to go, I don't make you
Yeah.
feel bad. I don't ask you to come along. So that way I don't have to do things that I don't want to. I guess right by
Yeah. And then
yeah, so you should treat other people the way you want to be treated. So I treat him the way I want to be treated.
Mhm,
Like if I don't want to go, don't make me feel bad. The same way,
mhm.
if you don't want to
Yeah,
come, I
that's
don't
right.
say things to make you feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's important that we, like as I think like as a couple, I think like many brothers and sisters, they probably, know better than I do. But, like personally for me, I feel like even your husband and wife, even your, like your, like for me, like I don't stay, I don't live like my husband and myself live in different countries and we, do see each other, um, twice a year. But I do enjoy my alone time a lot. Like if I want to travel with my friends or I want to travel alone or somewhere, and he allows me to do that too, And I think like that's the benefits of having somebody that you know that you trust each other, right? So that's why you let the other person go somewhere without you there. And I enjoy it a lot, to be honest. I enjoy it. I love my alone time a lot. Like, yeah.
So when do you think Chris gonna like move to Laos permanently? Have you guys like even talk about it?
Yeah. Well, we that's the thing. We're trying to like create the because he's not like me. He's not like, okay, he needs to have his
Mhm.
financial
Mhm.
secure set up. Like he knows that if something not working, then you have like secondary plan,
Mhm.
for the financial.
like backup he need the backup
yeah
you have to make
yeah
sure
he's the guy who he want to make sure like yeah so yeah we try to see what income the income stream that we can earn like for me like my income I mean it's enough for two people for me and him even I work here in Laos but like the job that I do it's a bit I earn decent income and but for him like he's a man he want to be able to make sure like he can take care of his
provide
family happen yeah he's a man right so the man they have that mentality which I respect and I understand so yeah I mean we this is that's why we want to build this house and also it's kind of like that gonna be the passive income for us and we are also trying the different investment and things like that and yeah I mean whenever if who knows we want to be here as soon as possible if this we get this setting up then yeah because he wants to leave he wants to be to leave the country too to leave US too if that's
whenever he
setting
feel
up
comfortable enough
yeah because the only thing that hold him back is just the financial aspect because without that he's not going to be comfortable and he lived here before for the for over a year and a half and yeah so and I mean I have to he has to be the one who make decision I can't force him I can't say like oh you have to be here even though like he even though if he have to leave the job and he doesn't have that secure I don't think it's going to be selfish of me to do that plus we don't have kids like and I enjoy we both enjoy um our time alone time too for me like I think like enjoy a bit more than him I don't mind at all like I never complaining of like not having him here because I don't know I can be
I think
alone I
a
can
lot of
be
it have to do with you have a family with you so you never get the chance to feel you don't feel lonely because you have your mom your dad your brother sister close by and your house
yeah
and their house is like right next to each other and you don't feel alone or feel lonely
yeah and that's true because for him if he leaves the US then that's why he bought the house when he lived here before and he went back and he just like decided we bought the house because he want to make sure like if he finally moved here and if like for whatever happened in the future right if you go back to the US he still have something that he can it's called home for him because if you go back and you don't have nothing then it's gonna be like he said like you this is your home this is your home country if um uh you don't feel as affect um like as him because he has to leave his country right so yeah I understand it's I mean I would feel the same if I have to move somewhere for somebody like I need to make sure that I have a second plan too สบายดีผู้นี้เพิ่นเป็นผู้ติดตามเพิ่นอยู่ Seattle แม่นบ่ตุ้ยบ่แม่นบ่ตุ้ยโพไซปกติเพิ่นสิคอมเมนต์อยู่ใน Facebook ดอกตุ้ยนี่นะแม่นบ่ตุ้ยชื่อตุ้ยบ่หรือว่าแนวใด บ่ฮู้ว่า pronounce ถูกบ่เนาะแต่ว่าเห็นเพิ่นคอมเมนต์อยู่ในFacebook เฮาหั่นน่ะ2-3เทื่อละแต่
okay
เพิ่นบอกว่า
happy
เพิ่นสิ
new
เบิ่ง
year
ย้อนหลังตลอด
Happy Lao New
โด
Year
ย Happy Lao New Year
อยู่ป
เพิ่
ระ
น
เท
อ
ศ
ยู่
นอกกับ อยู่
Washington
ประเทศนอก
State
ก็บ่อันนั้นเนาะก็บ่ feel left out บุญสงกรานต์เนาะเพราะว่าแต่ละรัฐก็รู้สึกว่าจัดงานกันแบบใหญ่โตเลยปีนี้
โดยเพิ่นว่าแม่น
ใหญ่
แล้ว
เลย
ซื้อ
ปี
ตุ้ย โดย
ตุ้
อั
ย
นยินดี ที่ได้รู้จักเอื้
ตุ
อย
ย
เนาะแล้วก็ขอบใจเอื้อยหลาย ๆ ที่ว่า เอื้อยตุ๋ย
ตุ้ย
เนาะ เอื้อยตุ๋ย
ตุ้ย like fat or ตุ๋ย
เอื้อยตุ๋ยหรือเอื้อยตุ้ย คันเอื้อยตุ้ยก็ต้องมีตัวโท ไม่โทเนาะซั่นว่าตุ๋ยซั่นว่าสระอุต่อตุ๋ย โอเค เดี๋ยวเพิ่นสิคอนเฟิร์มมาเอง เอื้อยอยู่รัฐเอื้อยอยู่เมือง Seattle บ่ อยู่ Washington State เนาะคนลาวเป็น big community ได้เนาะAsian ก็หลายเนาะอยู่ Washington State น่ะ big community เลย the Filipino Laotian Vietnamese Chinese ก็เป็นรัฐใหญ่อีกรัฐหนึ่งเนาะ Washington State ก็มีหลากหลายเชื้อชาติแล้วก็คนเอเชียก็เป็นกลุ่มใหญ่หลายอยู่หั่นนะอาศัยอยู่หลายอยู่
my cousin live in Spokane
Spokane, yeah, it's up north of Seattle. Yeah.
I went visit her one time pretty quiet and peaceful town
Yeah, I think like Seattle, it's a nice state. The fact that they're green all year long because it rains a lot, right? but at the same time, it's depressing because it's so much rain. It's cloudy, like even it's green outside, but you always feel depressed. Like for me,
and they
it's not like
also
live
got
there.
a lot of snow too in the winter.
Yeah, in the up north, yeah, but in Seattle or southern part of the state, it's usually no snow. It just rain. The I think like what year that I went there, 2007. That was like the first snow year that I experienced. Like they lost power for few days. We didn't have power
because
at
they
all.
weren't aware of the snow. They're like, we never get snow.
And people, in Seattle especially, they don't know because they don't get snow a lot, and people don't know how to drive in the snow. And there's a lot of accident because of the snow and icy roads. Yeah, different than the state that have like New York or Ohio, and then the eastern part, they do have a lot of snow. And when that happen, people prepare, right? Prepare, they know how to drive.
สบายดี come on เด้อ
Oh.
Yeah, like Las Vegas, we don't usually, there's no snow. Like maybe 10 or 15 years, we get snow. And people are exciting when every 10 or 15 years we get snow. Like, oh my God, snowing in Vegas.
Yeah. Very ตุ๋ยน้องคิดว่าถ้าว่าคอมเมนต์อยู่ในFacebook บ่ได้นี่แม่นบางเทื่อบ่ได้แบบล็อกอินนะบางเทื่อเวลาเห็นบ่เวลาเฮาเบิ่ง YouTube เนาะคันเฮาบ่ล็อกอินเฮาบ่สามารถคอมเมนต์ได้มันต้องให้เฮา sign in ก่อนนะเฮาต้องเข้าไปใน account เฮาก่อนแล้วเฮาจึงสามารถแสดงตัวได้ว่าเฮาคอมเมนต์ได้ถ้าเฮาบ่ sign in บ่ล็อกอินเข้าในaccount ของเฮาใน Gmail account ของเฮานะเฮาสิล็อกอินเฮาสิบ่เห็นมันสิบ่ให้คอมเมนต์ว่าซั่นซะ
Yeah. I think usually, do you have to like log in, or you have to have, I feel like it asks you to have a channel. Like you have to have an account.
No, as long as you have Gmail account, because Gmail is a Google, right? It's Google company. I mean, YouTube is a Google company. So as long as you have Google or you have Gmail account, you should be able to, like
Comment on
comment.
YouTube.
But you have to sign in, yeah. Otherwise, it won't allow you to do that. โดยมิแต่ว่าตุ้ยลองต้องล็อกเข้าไปใน YouTube อะนะ YouTube
And
account
then
อะนะ
sign in.
ว่าเป็น Gmail account and then sign in and then you would be able to comment I sometimes I log out and I watch something and I try to click like it doesn't allow me to because it say like you need to log in. So I think it's the same thing with the comment.
So it's kind of like they want to make sure that they can track you down if you say something
Yeah,
or
because
do something.
If you like and then you're not like you don't have an account, then it's not count as a view, right? You just watch it, but there's no view because they only count the views that you if you have the account with them. So สบายดีเด้อand come onวิไล KML
They get snow in Hawaiian nearly every year.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should end this.
Take off.
Yeah, it's been 3 hours. Even though we got nothing to talk about, we've been talking for 3 hours.
Always have something to talk about.
So what time is it right now? 9?
We just
Must
talk
be 9.
nonsense today. Yeah, it's 9:06. So we have about 2 hours to rest and then I'm gonna pick you up. And then
Are you
we
gonna
can
take a
go to
nap?
Probably not. Probably not. I'm just gonna take care of a few things online and then and by the time I would be on my way to pick you up and then we can go to that cafe. Good night, Esu ขอบใจหลายๆเด้อขอโทษหลายๆที่ว่าบ่มีสาระปานใดเนาะมื้อนี้เนาะ
Maybe hopefully we'll see everyone back again on Sunday.
Yes. Then we already in the New Year period, so we're gonna update you on if there's any sound around surrounding us, our neighbor, how it's going, people party or not. Then we're gonna update you on on this coming live stream Sunday. All right.
So
ขอบใจหลายๆเด้อ
thank you everyone for join us today and ขอบใจผู้ที่เข้ามาย้อนหลังเนาะผู้ที่เข้ามาแล้วก็ออกไปแล้วก็ผู้ที่เข้ามาที่หลังหรือว่าเข้ามาย้อนหลังหลังจากที่เฮาจบไลฟ์แล้วก็ขอบใจปีใหม่นี้ก็ขอให้สุขภาพแข็งแรงเนาะโชคดีแล้วก็ที่สำคัญแล้วแม่นสุขภาพขอให้ทุกคนรักษาสุขภาพ
โดยขอให้ทุกคนรักษาสุขภาพพบกันใหม่เนาะแล้วก็ special thanks to ผู้น้องเขาผู้ที่ว่าเพิ่นเข้าร่วมไลฟ์สตรีมตลอดเนี่ยเนาะบ่ว่าจะเป็นไอ้แขกแต่งสู้เนาะเป็นไอ้ตุ้ยก็หาเข้ามาเนาะเพราะว่าเพิ่นบ่ได้เฮ็ดเวียกเพิ่นอาจจะเลิกเวียกไว้เนาะแล้วก็ไม้ไทยเนาะทุกคนที่ว่าเพิ่นเข้ามาร่วมตลอดนั่นนะขอบใจหลายๆเด้อเนาะโดยเฉพาะแม่นกินแต่งกับไอ้แขกกับไอ้สู้นี่แหละเนาะเพิ่นมาเข้าร่วมตลอดนะขอบใจหลายแล้วก็ไอ้คริสเนาะขอให้ไอ้คริสม่วนๆเด้ออัปเดตเฮาบัดไลฟ์สตรีมน่ะถ้าว่ายังบ่ได้อยู่ on the road ก็อัปเดตเฮาได้เด้ออยู่ไสฮอดไสละฮอดตะแขกแล้วบ่หรือว่าสวนตะแขก
No, I think they all decided to just fly to Pakse. I think they're not gonna do
Yeah.
car, so they'll probably fly from
Yeah.
Bangkok to Pak Se.
Yeah. Yeah. So probably you're gonna see a Chris one of these days in Takek.
I think
He's gonna pop
after they
up
see
somewhere.
I think after they see all the traffic, they're like, "Oh, we're not driving."
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
driving in Thailand. Oh, we're gonna fly.
โอเคนะขอบใจหลายๆแล้วก็พบกันใหม่เนาะ next live stream บ๊ายบายนะแล้วก็ขอบใจอันชาวเกเด้อสำหรับเพิ่นยังฟังอยู่เนาะที่ว่ามาร่วมมื้อนี้แล้วก็โอเค alright
Bye.
see you later guys bye bye have a good weekend I mean have a good week